All right, good morning, everybody. Let's make sure this is working as it should. If you can hear me, hit that number 1, please. I'm a little curious. I totally forgot to. I don't know if the preview thing or like if it matters, but usually I set up and get it scheduled, and I do it usually a couple hours ahead of time, and I totally forgot, and I just did all that like 10 minutes ago. So I don't know if that really affects anything or not, but maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe that was a good thing. Lots of ones. Okay, you guys can all hear me. I'm at 3K on my eval. Hey, so you passed, Kevin. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, I'm sorry. I'm still a little discombobulated here. Bear with me 1 second. There we go. Well, before we get started, for all of you that watch in the archive, thank you very much. But just to be very upfront, this is completely viewer supported, no sponsorships or anything like that. So the best way to ensure that you continue to have something to watch in the archive is code CLAY, all caps. That is case sensitive. At any of these prop firms I recommend, I love Take Profit Trader. But whatever promotion any of these prop firms are running, if you want access to that promotion, code CLAY, again, that needs to be all caps, we'll give you access to it. And for everybody that has used it, thank you very much. You are quite literally the reason why you continue to have something to watch in the archive. For those of you that are here live right now, you are quite literally the reason why I am still here and why it will be ad-free for you, which I'll talk about that in just a second. But so thank everybody that has used it. And like I said, you're literally making a difference. You're the one. Code CLAY is a key mechanism to this because I need to be able to justify, in the spirit of time management, I got to be able to justify things. And I know that offends some people, but it is what it is. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, July 16th. The year is 2026. And we've had another kind of crazy morning. But overall, things have worked out fine. And just really quickly, for the ad thing. So this is what I was told. And this is where I feel misled. So right before I start the live stream, keep viewers engaged with side-by-side ads. Turn on automatic mid-roll to boost your earnings with side-by-side ads, which don't interrupt your stream. And then you guys are telling me yesterday, well, wait a second, Clay. Sure, it didn't interrupt the stream in the sense of I can still watch it, but your video goes mute. How does the live stream video going mute not being interpreted as interrupting the stream? So yeah, YouTube, if anybody from YouTube is watching this, I think you're playing a little fast with definitions. Because if the stream itself goes mute because the ad needs to be heard, that does seem like an interruption. So I concede, I agree. Nothing is being interrupted video-wise, but audio-wise, there's still interruption. So there's a choppy connection. But yeah, there will be no ads today. Ads are turned back off. I just did want to at least kind of share with you what I was told yesterday and why I did try ads because, yeah. I need ads back on. I can't remember the brand of bananas. That's good. Well played. Yeah, props 8. That might be on your end as far as choppy connection is concerned. But so there we are. What else do I need to potentially? Oh, account is fine. You guys will all be proud of me. I did. The stream ended and I didn't head straight over to the property, but pretty soon after I headed straight to the property. Broke a good sweat. It is hot here in Iowa. The roof is starting to go on. So that account is okay. And so nothing crazy happened there. But I think there's no 11 a.m. talk. I guess, yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. So I'll just do it right now before I ultimately forget. And yes, full disclosure, this is also meant to be a little bit of marketing here to see if any of you want to join the private community. But hey, Clay, well, let me ask you this real quick. Some of you, I swear, it's like as soon as you hear the morning session is not on video, you're like, no, not interested. And it's like, really? You think you actually need video and audio for things? So it's just like, this was the alert posted this morning, in case you're wondering. So, okay, I even give... I mean, you don't even need this in all actuality. Okay, well, no, that's not true because there's a couple ways you could look at that. But right here, will 50 SMA, which you guys know is the purple line, smack price back down going into open or at open 5-minute time frame? So there is what was posted. Like I said, I would assume most of you can. We're getting a pullback here. Can understand what I'm saying there with the picture. Like, do you really need to see that on video? Do you really need to hear my voice? And then this morning, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. There it is, right there. Boom, down. And then again, that was on NQ. So there it is, right there. That's where all alerted. Now, whether or not everybody took it or how they played it, that's where you still got to be an independent thinker. But that is how the private community works. So it's just it is baffling to me how many people have asked, "Hey Clay, so you're live streaming at the open for private community?" I'm like, "No, it's like pictures and words and stuff like that. So still very visual." And then those people never join, which tells me that those people think they need video. They think they need to hear my voice in order to operate, which is just, to me, like I said, it's baffling. It's baffling. But there we go. Was that at open or I mean, pull up the 5-minute, Sam. I'm going to teach you. Pull up the 5-minute and go. Look down at the time and answer that question. I'm going to teach a man how to fish here. Trucking, yeah, I just actually talked about that a couple minutes ago. It survived. I did not go straight out the door, but very soon after I wrapped up the live stream, there were no more trades made yesterday. And yeah, I just got over to the property and started helping. Started picking up scraps, talking with the guys. All right, well, looking for a potential long down around this overnight low if this wants to come over. I mean, look at this. Look at this beast. What's that pink line? Well, the pink line here is the 200 SMA. And man, this thing has been doing work. Holy smokes. Got a little tricky there. I mean, this was self-admittedly a little bit tricky right there on the fake breakout. And then the VWAP showed up to provide cover fire. But man, that is, in my opinion at least, public enemy number one of the bulls. If this day is going to have any chance of getting and maintaining any sense of bullishness, for me, it's all about can the price get above there and then, stay above that area. Again, that being the 200 SMA. Up 1900 past 250K eval. Good job. But yeah, how are all your days going so far? Green, red, terrible, great, best day ever, worst day ever, passing account, blue account. Green, red on pro, green, red. Flat, green, taking a very, hey, good. That was like Abel that we talked about yesterday. Small green, red. Hey, good job. Passed an account. Green a few hundred. And then message delete. I saw it, Evan. You weren't quick enough. Last night's action was just like market was open. Oh, was it? I did not. Yeah, we went to a friend's for dinner last night and then got back somewhat late. And then, yeah, now that I think about it, I never did. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what happened. Our power went out for like a second last night. Like everything went dark and then fired back up. And then that, my computer went off. I was like, okay, I don't feel like, because, man, I have browsers. There's so much crap I have open. And it's like, I don't feel like going out. I'll deal with that tomorrow morning in terms of getting all the browsers set back up again, the software, the blah, 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 blah. So anyways, that's just my long way of saying I never even looked at the markets last night. So I was not aware, but it sounds like it was actually some really good action then. So market opened up here. Good. I don't know exactly how you're defining quote unquote last night. But all right, so that was 8. Let's see. Asia opened up right here. So up and down. So the downtrend actually started more so, when is that? About 3 a.m. Is that when London session opened up? Hey, good morning, Mohammed. My power went off. 5 minutes of logging out of... Oh! Say by the skin of your chinny chin chin. 3 a.m. is when London opens up? Gotcha. Dude, what? Yeah, my point. Yeah, that's crazy. Maybe no, even if you're in West Coast. Like, if you're sitting there in front of your... Like, if you're slinging around futures contracts at midnight, what are you doing? You gotta... That's not a for sure, but a high probability you have an unhealthy relationship with futures. Like, you are a futures head. You may not be a meth head, you may not be a crack head, but you are the equivalent of a drug addict as a futures head. I mean, definitely if you're in East Coast, right? Because if you're sitting there slinging around contracts at 3 a.m. in the middle of the night, you are a futures head. Like, you got to chill out, brother, sister, furry. 2,000 a swing. Hey, last night on my evaluation, do you recommend I lose? Oh, you made way more money. Yes. Yeah. Because on the 25K, well, let me ask you this. Are you with Take Profit Trader? All right, sounds good, CDP. Well, he means overnight in the literal sense. Like, bought it, and I'm just making this up. Maybe they bought it like 7 p.m., held literally overnight, and then they woke up this morning. So it's still the same session, though. Overnight in futures means just that 1 hour. Like, prop firms will not let you hold something from 5 p.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern. That's what overnight is. Yes, I just got it yesterday. Okay, yeah, then I would say definitely lose some money. Because on the 150K, or I'm sorry, on the 25K account, your max per day is $750. And you crushed it and went way over that. I thought I exited a short, started talking to a customer for about 5 minutes. Oh, and saw my chart and saw a blue line. Oh, no. Okay, up 300. Those are the scary stories. I'm just like, get to the punchline. Get to the punchline. Am I about to read a cooked account or not? Yeah, no, good job. I mean, good job on your trade. And just so you know, once you pass the test and get to the pro account, then yeah, you don't have to worry about this consistency rule right now. But it's just during the test phase where, you know, that 50% of your target. Hey, Papacito. Okay, maybe I should have waited for 11. Okay, I'm gonna answer that in just a second because we've had several people now ask about it, which is a good question. So I'm just gonna wait till 11 a.m. so I can officially give a timestamp because I don't feel like talking about this anymore. As this will now be the third time in 13 minutes I've talked about it. But fair enough. I'll wait for 11, and that way it's officially for people that were here and on time got to hear about it. And if not, I'll just give them a timestamp. Yeah, again, Evan, you're focused on the wrong things. That's the wrong vantage point. I'll explain in a second because that's important. Haven't talked about it in a while, but yeah, you are looking through. You're asking the wrong question. You're focused on the wrong things. Well, thank you, Papacito. I appreciate that. Yeah, Southpaw. Those are rough. Okay, 11. All right, timestamp of 14 minutes. Okay, so I'll tell people 14 minutes. As far as my account yesterday, it was fine. I did not necessarily, stop the live stream and hop in my car and directly go to the property, but it was very quickly. It happened very quickly. I got out of here because, like I said, I was hot and stuffy, which I created intentionally. So I enjoyed some cool air. Talked to my wife real quick, and then pretty quickly thereafter got out. Got to the property. So account is fine, and there we go. Okay, maybe if I had to explain that a few more times, it wouldn't that be terrible. That for some reason in my mind, it felt like it was like a 10-minute explanation, but that actually wasn't too bad. Actually kind of anticlimactic. Okay, and then as far as you talking about, well, you can pass in a day. Okay, within the prop firm landscape, how long until I pass is the wrong question. When it comes to prop firms, the right question is in theory, how long until I can request payouts? That's the key question. Some prop firms will say, hey, yeah, you can pass in 1 day, but then you're not eligible to request the payout until like day 7, 8, or 9. With Take Profit Trader, for example, a lot of people say, wait, the test period is minimum of 5 days. So no matter what, I'm stuck in a test phase for 5 days. Man, that's kind of bad. Wrong question. Because when you ask the question of how many days is it until I can request a payout? With Take Profit Trader, 6 days. Because it's the first 5 in the test, and then first day of your pro account, in theory, you could request the payout. So with any prop firm you're looking at, do not ask the question, how long is the test period? Ask how, best case scenario, how many days will it be until I'm eligible to request the payout? That is the right question to ask. Same with when shopping for them. Do not shop for prop firms based on price. Shop for prop firms based on rules, or else my soon to, our chat box here, our company, our soon to, be prop firm, the Baboon Den, is going to take advantage of you. Because what we're going to do is we're going to offer $500,000 purchasing power accounts. We're going to offer them at 99% off. And that will bring the price down to like $20. And and it's going to be pretty sweet. But here's the key thing though. We're going to have so many rules. Nobody's ever going to get a payout. But hey, for the people that don't shop based on rules and just shop based on the price, we're going to do very well. $500,000 purchasing power accounts, 99% off deals. And, it'll bring the price, like I said, down to $10, $20. We're going to do very well. We're going to do very well, everybody. Well, yeah, John. I mean, it's but that's part of the question. Like I said, in theory, if everything goes right with Take Profit Trader, you could start requesting daily payouts starting on day number 6. And don't ask what the prop. Ask exactly. No, I would never trade options through a prop firm. Again, the fact that you can't trade, I concede that options, you can control risk pretty well, right? If you want to YOLO $100 and buy an option, yes, that $100 is your risk because worst case that happens is it expires worthless and it is what it is. So to me, that's not the problem with options. The problem with options is theta and the Greeks. So whether or not you're in a prop firm with options does nothing about theta, which is like one of the more annoying, it might be the most annoying thing in all of the financial markets. So no, I would never, the prop firms makes no difference when it comes to options. Yeah, no, I had a code well, I guess I still do have a code with Alpha Trading. But yeah, they're not on my list anymore. Right here, you can see they used to be down here, but after everything that's been going on, I saw now they're saying they're going to pay people, but it's like, okay, those are words that they're good sounding words, but they are still just words. So you know what? If they actually come through and right the ship and get people paid who qualified and were approved for payouts, then I will reconsider. But as of now, claims are being made, but a claim is not the same as a fulfillment of the claim. I should add yesterday during the day I made 261. Yeah, well, to lose money, it's pretty straightforward. So you have to lose a lot. You have to go from 2,000 down to 750. So just start with NQs. Do like 3 or 4 NQs. Or I guess if it's a 25K, do 3 NQs, and then just do this. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And let the commissions erode away at things. And then once you get closer, then switch to MNQs. And maybe do like 5 MNQs. And then once you get closer to $750, then eventually go down to like 1 MNQ and see how close to that 750 mark you can get it. Yeah, exactly. And options, there's just another layer of things that you need to think about with the Greeks and stuff like that, which can get confusing. And I know, well, Clay, if you sell options and theta is your friend, that is all fair. But then that's what props is talking about. That adds in, more complexity. And also, depending on how you're structuring higher risk. Because I don't know for sure, but it's got to be like one of the top 3 riskiest things you can do in all the financial markets. And this is going to sound like I'm talking goofy, but this is I know I joke around a lot, but this is actually serious talk. This is a serious term. If you sell options naked, selling options naked is, again, I'm not going to say is the most risk you can take on within the market, but it's got to be up there because if if you sell an option naked and then the trade goes really horribly against you, oh my goodness, it can be really bad, really quick. Is that 750? 750 is so Lucas. What he's talking about is on the 25K. So during the test phase of Take Profit Trader, there is a 50% consistency rule. Very easy to understand though. Whatever your target is, so the profit target to pass the test is 1,500 per day. You can only make 50% of that, right? They're trying to prevent people from YOLOing, getting lucky, and passing in one trade. So you can only make 50% of this. So that's where the 750. Right now, he's at he's at $2,000. So that's why I told him, yeah, you better knock that back down to $750. Hey, JP. Clay, you can't tell me what to do in my own home. Well, are you in your own home right now? Or are you in a van down by? Okay, I guess that doesn't disprove anything because you could just say, well, my home is in the van down by the river. So fair enough. Fair enough. My short entry is at 470. Okay, so you're waiting for it to come up to 470. Is that right, Timur? You have an order up here waiting to get filled at 470. Please don't tell me this is the Trust Me Bro trade plan, please. Please. I haven't been taking payouts for a while. Starting Monday, taking. Oh, start this past Monday, you mean? Starting this past Monday, taking payouts again. Yeah. No, Take Profit Trader, they've upped their game big time in the speed department for sure. What happens if you use more than 3 contracts? You can't. You won't be able to put on a trade. If you accidentally type in, 4 contracts, for example, with NQ, the trade will just get rejected. Okay, yeah, you didn't quite listen to what I explained about how to lose money. Like, I guess it's working since you went long and it's coming down, but yeah, scroll back and I explain to you exactly how you can lose money very quickly by just using these buttons up here. I don't know, maybe scroll back 5-ish minutes. Okay, so we got another Trust Me Bro. Dude, come on, you got to give us a trade plan ahead of time. The Trust Me Bros are just not as fun. You showing up and saying, trust me, bro, I got short up here. It's like, I mean, this is the internet. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Well, I did that earlier before I talked to you. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I mean, when you're at 3NQ, which I appreciate because we learned yesterday that I can't remember, I think Legends, one of the prop firms, like they'll let you enter in the wrong amount and then that'll be a rule break. And it's like, okay, well, to be fair, it is a rule break, but also couldn't you put in a parameter like Take Profit Trader has where it just won't let you do more than you're allowed to? Hey, you're welcome. Hopefully you're using code Clay, all caps. I was as well in short at 470, but I took profit. Appreciate it. Thank you. You're feeding hungry kids. You can help me buy some new shoes. I need to start to have those shoes by my desk so I can give everybody the guilt trip. Oh, funny. So for those of you that were here for the little shoe commercial I did, when I was sitting here doing that one black piece, the final thing, just so I could try to show it snapping back and forth. Working yesterday, I'm like, man, what did I step on a nail? What is this? You can just feel kind of draggage. And I was like, oh, wait a second. I looked down, and sure enough, the black thing was hanging on by a thread, so it was getting caught in everything. So it is officially gone. Both shoes have 0 bottom left. I agree, it's cool. You can't exceed it, but to be honest, all their firms. Yeah, well, yeah, take profit trader does that too now. They used to not, but yeah, if you are in a trade, I think that automatically close everything at like 5 minutes beforehand. So yeah, take profit trader also does that. But what I'm talking about, Papacito, is let's just say, for example, the limit was 5, and then I entered in like 6 up here. Take profit trader, and if I click buy, it would just reject the order because it would realize, wait, for this size account, you can't do that. So just there will be no trade. But it sounds like with Legends, they would allow this order to go in, and then they'll ding you and say, hey, the limit was 5, you did 6. So I can see both sides. To be fair, to be as objectively, uh, you know, unbiased as possible, that is a rule break. You did break a rule, but at the same time, I mean, come on. I think my feedback to Legends on that would be like, just tell the platform to not allow people for that order to go through. I know it's possible. Take Profit Trader does it, and I'm assuming other prop firms do it. So yeah, that is that would be, again, you broke the rule. You broke the rule. You failed to check your position size. All that. There was a rule break. So that is true. That is why I'm not going to call them a scam. I'm not going to call them anything because hey, they disclosed the rule. You broke the rule. On the same time, do I think they could try to help out a little bit more? Yes, I do think they could help out a little bit more in that regard. Two things can be true at the same time. I tried almost all firms. Which one were you allowed more? Oh, yeah, Legends. Yep. I see a bear flag forming. Oh, yeah, like little miniature bear flag. Probably like what, something like this maybe? I all the bearish patterns right now have me a little nervous because right below there is the overnight low, which I could see acting as support. So that's kind of got me a little hesitant with anything. Yeah, exactly, Philly. Yeah, I'm not. I not nearly enough of you use code, which is fine. I'm just saying, not nearly of you using code Clay with Legends for me to have really any impact. Take Profit Trader, that's a different story. Thankfully, you guys are using Take Profit Trader, using code Clay, so I can pass along suggestions and stuff like that. They will listen to me. That doesn't mean they're going to necessarily do it, but I at least have. But yeah, with Legends, yeah, I don't really have any sway there at all. Not that I'm saying I have sway with Take Profit Trader. I'm just saying there is actually somebody that I've talked to at Take Profit Trader. But yeah, not so with Legends. But yeah, that would be okay. That would be feedback. Maybe a short here on the back test. Congrats to anybody that did take that bear flag. Looking like it's working out just fine. And just like that, back there you go. Good job. Yeah, you owe a lot of people money, Tamir, after your call yesterday or whenever that was. A lot of people lost a lot of stuff. One of them had to sleep on my couch last night. I woke up to them screaming and with like a nightmare fit of panic. Tamir! Tamir! I said, wake up, brother. He's like, oh, Tamir now haunts my dreams. I said, I'm sorry. You shouldn't have listened to the dent. Yeah, Kevin, yeah. He was one of them. I have another member of the chat needing to sleep on my couch tonight because of Timur's call last night or yesterday. It's crazy. All right, what can we figure out here? Let's see how this candle finishes out. Might. So this is so this fake breakout here, down, up, down, up, down. So if it goes up a little bit more, my question is, do we get another down? I never tell anyone to open a trade based on what I mean, that's not really the point. Like their statements have implications. If I say the building is on fire, there's a built-in implication, logically speaking, to get out of the building because it is on fire. So it would behoove you, it would benefit you to get out of the building. When you say the price is going to a certain level, well, logically speaking, well, dang, I'm going to get in. That's guaranteed money if that's where the price is going. Kind of a not. I was hoping for a candle to close a little bit up here to continue on up, but this candle is not making my life a whole lot easier in terms of the clarity department. We'll see here. All right. Why are you blinking? Right, let's just do this real quick. Hopefully it doesn't plunge during the refresh. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. That's how you fix the blinking blue line right there. Took one out. Took another one out. Took another one out. Let's let these last two just ride. Let's get my wrist totally off the table. Very good. Move it up some more. If this thing wants to revisit the 21 EMA, I'll take another one off way up there. But at this point, risk is off the table. Let's see how far this thing wants to bounce. Again, we are just goofing around with you tomorrow. But again, just to be clear, nobody actually lost their house. They were just playing along with the logical implications of your statement. And I go through this for anybody just wondering, because I know Timur, smart guy, speaks like 4 languages. English is not his first language. So that's why I'm not trying to belittle him. I'm just trying to explain within the structure of the English language, the logical implications of his statement was like, okay, I should be buying then. Whoa, when did that jump? Okay. I'm not complaining. I just turned there we go. So now my risk is I make 20 points per contract. I really like trades where my risk is making 20 points. Reward unknown. And my reward is unknown because I don't know how high up this wants to go. But given my stop loss is now essentially 20 points ahead, I like where my risk is, make 20 points. That's a good feeling. Hey, go back up. Go back up. About to get stopped. I might be looking for a short now, actually. Never mind. As I glance at the 5-minute, we are putzing around this overnight low and still I'll just show you the 5-minute. And still have this. Oh, no. Did I just get cheap shotted out? Doggone it. Yeah, well, at least I didn't get short. I was thinking about it for a second. You rubbed off on me trying your scalpy scalp with these ape. Oh, I'm assuming you mean Apex. Oh, the difference of one letter with these ape accounts. I'm like, what are the ape accounts? What are we back to, like AMC or something? Yeah. And that's the whole thing with the trailing drawdown. A lot of people don't like it, but it basically forces people to come to the realization that John is. Like scalpy scalps taking base hits, in his words, they add up quick. Yes. And that is how you beat the drawdown. With just you take base hits, scalpy scalps, whatever you want to call them, and then not only do you beat the drawdown, but then it also opens up your mind to, wow, you know what? I think I'm going to keep doing this. It's shockingly fast how quick these scalpy scalps and base hits actually add up. So that is always my point with the trailing drawdown. I don't think it's nearly as evil as what people leave it to be. Now, if you refuse to do base hits, if you refuse to do scalps, and you insist on continuing to swing for big home runs, I confess. In that category, yeah, the trailing drawdown becomes trickier. Still not impossible to beat, but trickier. But if you are willing to just, do some base hits, some scalps, for at least a time being, because once you hit your buffer, it stops anyway. So if you want to go back to swinging big at that point, fine. But what I've learned and what I've seen is it opens a lot of people's eyes to realize the power of the scalp. Yeah, Apex is running some deal right now. Again, if you want to help support the stream, I do have a code with Apex, code Clay. Got to be all caps. Right. And what I'm telling you, Tamor, is that they're just joking around. But again, when you share your trades, what I'm trying to say is it would be great if you could give us a trade plan like ahead of time at some point. But all you seem to have done is you keep showing up and you're like, all right, everybody, hi, I got short right here. It's like, okay, maybe you did, but this is also the internet where maybe you're just saying that. But like if you told us you're going to get short there when the price was like right here, that's just way more exciting to cheer you on. Because you're like, oh, wow, he called that trade plan ahead of time. But the whole, like, in hindsight, the trust me, bro trade plans, it's just, they're not as exciting because this is the internet where trust me, bro can only go so far. But yeah, put your mind at ease. Nobody actually lost their house. Nobody actually had to sell their kids. Nobody actually lives in a, cardboard box because of your comment. They were just joking around. So don't feel bad. All right, are we about to try another trade here? Maybe. But I hesitated. Two questions. Okay, well, I might have two answers. We'll see. Yeah, let's see how I want to see how this candle closes. So we have 35 seconds. Hey, morning, Johnny. So these are 2-minute candles. So when this hits 0, it'll change to 0. It'll change to 2 minutes because each one of these candles down here moves around for 2 minutes. For anybody that's maybe a little bit new, that's what's going on here. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. I did even forget to say that. Yeah, if you've been here before and you know you're going to enjoy, hitting that like button is actually very helpful. If you're brand new, great to have you. Welcome. No need to hit the like button. I understand you have no idea if you're going to enjoy or not. But if you have been here before, if you don't mind hitting that like button, it does help. Okay, I like it. I am going to try. Hey, Abdul. Funded a couple yesterday, but not paying. Okay, so I want to make sure. So you're saying, Santiago, that like what, you won in an account or something? What do you mean I passed the free account? What do you mean free account? Agreed, Dash. Agreed. Especially when it's been popping up a lot quicker. Are we still downtrending? I don't know. That depends on what chart, what time frame you're looking at. The 15-second is going to look way different than the 2-minute, and that's going to look way different than the 30-minute, and that's going to look way different than the weekly. So I don't know. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, Santiago, yes, you will have to pay the activation. We discussed, and they definitely need to be more clear about that. But the points really only make sense for like a reset. Because, yes, for this very reason, you do have to pay the activation. Okay, we are at 21 EMA and the 50 SMA here on the 5-minute. So I'm thinking of maybe is this no? Okay, no, I'm not going to call this news because this is just volume is not gigantic. This has kind of been methodical. News candles are like the, well, you guys, unfortunately for me, you saw what a news candle can look like yesterday. Those spikes. Yeah, just as an FYI for anybody that does use Take Profit Trader and is building up those reward points, just use those to reset an account. Forever, Santiago. There's no requirement for you to activate it in any amount of time, which is why the racehorse model works really well and does not necessarily work with all prop firms, because some prop firms, they don't let you build up a racehorse stable. I'm going to try a short up there. We got the 200 SMA right there. We have this little congestion of highs. So does that guarantee it'll reject? Of course not. There are no guarantees, but I'll take a swing at it. I use your racer. Yeah, thanks, Cap. Racehorse model is solid. It's solid. What's the catch? The catch would be it does you need to devote a little bit of time. Like, it does take some patience in the regard of building the stable, getting the infrastructure in place. That takes a little bit of time. But my whole argument is the time investment worth where it then ultimately puts you, namely putting your mind at ease so you're not trading scared, and most importantly, I don't know if it's most importantly, but highly importantly, then, taking away the very, very high temptation to reset a pro account, which is oh so expensive and will also destroy your numbers quickly from an ROI standpoint. Wow, nice candle there. Didn't even come anywhere close to what I was looking. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There's that big speech tonight about Trump, something about elections fraud, or I don't know. Do I make money from every account pass? No, nope. I don't make, whether you pass an account or not, I don't make any money with that. Nope. That'd be cool though, but that'd be kind of counterintuitive, because then they'd be like, okay, don't, yeah. But that'd be nice. Or I don't know, would that be bad? Would I be getting upset, everybody? Come on, you baboons, pass an account. I need that. But no, it's irrelevant whether or not you pass an account. Interesting idea, though. Yikes. Yikes. This is a nasty looking 5-minute right now. Goodness. RIP to anybody definitely RIP to anybody that chased the breakout. Yeah, momentum trading, buy high, sell higher. I don't get me wrong. Everything has its time and place, but yeah. This is what buy high, sell higher can also open up the doors of. Okay, let me buy high, I'll sell a little bit higher. Whoa. Hey, Sean. The wick on your candle is moving with the body on your 2-minute chart, which is the wick on your candle is moving with the body. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Johnny. Probably a problem of me being too. Okay, I can't talk right now. Leave me alone, Johnny. I'm trying to trade, Johnny. Little scumbag. All right, here we go. Buy, sell. Dang, that's 11-point risk. Okay. Okay, looking to get long at the green line. Stop is the red. Let's see what we can do here. Unless I go for the... Do I go for the middle finger down here? Should I do a middle finger trade? Nah. Because the bottom... It was weird because the bottom of the wick was moving up and down. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to scroll back at some point and take a look. I'm still not quite sure what you're what you saw. Momentum traders require extra patience or get wrecked. Yeah, momentum trading. I'll do it. I have. You guys have seen me chase before, and that's essentially what I'm doing. When you're chasing, you're shorting low so that you can cover even lower, or you're buying high so that you can sell higher. So I mean, I'm not saying I don't ever do some momentum trading, but again, it's like momentum trading and chasing. Do you combine? Are they actually? Where's that line at? But to be fair, that exists across all strategies, right? Buying the dip, knife catching, do they kind of combine? Are they separate? They're also close. All right, well, never mind on that. Did not come down far enough. This, I snow, a very tough chart. Oh, Neil. Oh, Neil. Your typos are of legendary levels. This, I snow, a very tough chart. What is next to the S? What could that mean? A? No. D? W? Wait. What is next to the S? That I was going to think, okay, you might mean no, but the K and the S on the keyboard are not anywhere close to each other. This is now? Okay, so maybe this is now. Oh, okay, that may no, but it's I. Oh, okay, there. Yeah, okay, so we see the capital I. How did his I get capitalized? I mean, I agree. You guys are right. This is now a very tough chart. But the fact that somehow the I got capitalized, I mean, epic proportions. Even that, the I is supposed to be lowercase, yet it was uppercase. It will auto-capitalize for proper nouns. Yeah, that makes sense. He may be lazy and use a text. I don't know. That's just for anybody that's new. That's just what Neil is known for. I'm kind of kidding, but I'm also kind of serious. He may be the worst typer I've ever seen. And I've been on, let's see, I got into the markets in 2006, specifically on message boards. So I've been around a lot of typing for quite a while. I don't know if Neil might be the king of the worst typos I've ever seen. I mean, that's fine. I guess if you're gonna do something, it might as well be epically. Fair enough. Hey, Dan. Good morning. I don't understand that. You're ADD? What an ADD? Oh, wait, no. I'm thinking of obsessive compulsive. An obsessive compulsive person would actually proofread. So, yeah, no, never mind. ADD, that I could see that making sense. Again, I am still watching that 200 SMA, as I talked about a little bit earlier on in the stream. That's been quite the key level here, at least on the 2-minute. Rejected the price. Problems. If the price gets up there again, will there be another problem? We'll see. So I am interested in a potential short, assuming it can get up there. Yeah, exactly. What is DRAM? And why is it? Please don't tell me this is a stock. What are we talking about? Drom may catch in a bid. You're not okay, let's see what does the 1-minute chart on this thing look like? Dude. Okay, envision. Okay, this size candle here. This size candle here is worth 26 cents per share. That size candle is worth 26 cents per share. So if you had 100 shares, which would cost you over $5,000, that's worth a whopping 26 bucks. $5,000 to make 26 bucks on a pretty good sized candle. Now let's hop over to MNQ. That same size general candle, I don't know, something like that, is worth about 25 points. So you can get a prop firm for 100 bucks and 25 points on just a few contracts is worth way more than $26. So Connor, for all that is good and holy, what in the world are you devoting any brain power to day trading DRAM? Explain the math to me. Hey, thank you, Abdul. Like, what are we doing? That's what I mean. As somebody that comes from the world of day trading stocks, I'm telling you, the math makes no sense at all. Day trade futures through a prop firm. Can you imagine day trading DRAM? You get a big green candle and then it happens to be like worth 40 cents. It's like, wait, what? I picked up shares today for, okay, good. Thank goodness. You're comment about it possibly catching a bid. I'm not sure I connected those dots from the daily chart. Like, what about this makes you think that it's possibly catching a bid? Again, you're the one talking about this from the long-term perspective. You better not be using the 1 minute time frame to try to do like long-term investments. Like, dude, just buy. Yeah, exactly, Hoover. It's just the math. That's why. I kind of feel bad when a small cap trader shows up and they've scored big. They think small caps are great, and then I'm like, well, if you're willing to share some numbers with me, I'm going to show you how what you think is great is actually not that great at all. And I like to add, but just I always like I'm going to rain on your parade. So if you're okay with me raining on your parade, and then you're like, well, I bought 500 shares of this, and well, how many shares did you buy? What price? Where did it move? And then it always comes back to the same thing. You needed way more money. You took on way more risk to make way less money. Compared to had you done futures through a prop firm, you would have had way less risk, needed way less of a move, and still made way more money. Hey, what's up, Greg? Zoke Rudes. Short. Okay, so Zokru, I think, is looking for a timeout because he knows way better than that. Zokru is another one of our bipolar people. Sometimes he wakes up on a rational side of the bed. Seems like today he has woken up on the extra dented side. Guy just not a nice head and shoulders. Guy just not a nice head and shoulder. Guy bought just not. Oh, I see what you're saying. Guy bought just not. Okay. It has done fake breaks before, so I'm thinking maybe Doc Soul. Yeah, all right, I'm going to do here. I am going to try a fake break. But I'm not blaming you at all. If you're like, no, Clay, I'm just going for the direct rejection, so be it. Because this thing does have quite the track record of direct rejection. Well, some of you might have already gotten your scalpy scalp with the direct rejection. Look at that. Right off it again. The 200 SMA on the 2 minute. Doing work. Well, that's the power of independent thinking. If you're like, Clay, I agree with the general short, but I disagree with the entry point, I'm going to just play it for the direct rejection. Guess what? You got your scalpy scalp already, assuming that's what you wanted. I'm trusting nothing. I mean, I don't know. That 200 SMA seems like a relatively nice, trustworthy thing. Did anybody take that short right there? I'm not okay, Connor. I was not saying that you were trading small caps. I was just talking about people in general. Now, yes, your comment did kind of spur on the conversation, but I was not talking about you the entire time. Good job, Brian. I scalped it. Good job, Hoover. I mean, Connor, at this point, I mean, maybe you welcome the criticism, but welcoming something and actually listening to it, I think that's where you've parted ways a little bit. Like, you know the math. And for whatever reason, if you want to continue to work in the less efficient category, more power to you. Doggone it. It seems so obvious. Clay, why? Well, I mean, I know why I wanted the breakout because I was trying to time it up with these highs over here, time it up with the volume profile, right? Had kind of a little bit higher of a spike over here. So I know why I decided to try to play the fake breakout, but now it's like, should have just done the direct rejection. Well, congrats to anybody that took that and is still holding. Let it cook. You're getting paid nicely right now. Daily loss limit for the second time. All right, there we go, Nathan. Well, I can't remember. Are these the 250 accounts you got? Not new to this, true to this. Oh boy, yeah. He woke up on the one side of the bed today where he's just saying stuff that doesn't make any sense. I'd be winning. Okay, so now let me get this straight. You're just saying short, but you're not even taking these trades. You're just yapping. Are you just yapping today, Zokru? You know how we feel about yappers around here. Short. Oh, you took it short? No. We like to eat yappers for breakfast. That's not a winning trade. That's a worthless thing. You know better. You know an actual trade around these parts contains 3 numbers, not just saying a word. Okay, so you're going in timeout. Okay. Because now I think this is the weird personality that just showed up, and he is just, I don't know. We'll give him 10 minutes to think about the error of his ways. Again, for anybody that's new, please, by all means, talk. But this person has been here many times before. He understands the culture around here. He understands kind of what is expected and what is preferred. So for what he's doing and then the statements, it's like, okay, I think he just woke up on the trolling side of the bed. So we'll give him 10 minutes, see if he wants to change his ways. If not, we'll bump it up to a 24-hour. All right, I am still interested in a long down around here. If it keeps dropping, I suppose I'll put my order down here. So looking for a long green line. So 10 points stop with slippage, let's call it, risking about 12 points. Do you understand? Do you have any idea why tech has been falling the last few weeks? No, this is a guess. So nobody knows. Okay. Why? The factual answer is there are way more sellers than buyers right now. But I do understand what you're actually asking is, yeah, but why are there more sellers than buyers? And that's where I'll give you a guess, but everybody's guessing. I think the hype got a little too far ahead of itself. And now with some of these earnings coming out, people are like, oh, wait a second. Maybe the hype surprise got a little ahead of itself. Okay, green. What's another name you've been here under? I do not recognize the name. You showed up yesterday and you're asking about the build and the progress of it, which tells me you are aware of it. So have you been here before under another name? If so, what's that other name? So I can try to connect the dots here. Have you been banned before? If you've been banned before, that is okay. You have clearly turned over a new leaf. And you are no longer the former self. Hello, Raju. This morning had such a goofy interaction on Discord. I got a friend invite. I'm like, okay, maybe it's somebody from the community. So I accepted it. Oh, okay. I guess you just pick up quick then. Oh, I say. Okay, you just started chatting. So okay, that makes sense on how you know about the house build. Yeah, good. Roof. Well, since we're doing a metal roof, the majority of yesterday The actual roofing company brought out, not the laborers, but the company that's providing the materials brought out, like on site, they did all the pieces. So like the guys, so Sam and the other, guys, they're out there taking measurements, shouting down, okay, for this spot, we'll need this. So they were cutting the pieces to fit at the site yesterday. So when I got out there, I was kind of disappointed because when you drive up, you can kind of see it off in the distance since it sits up kind of like a hill. And there was no roof. I'm like, oh, great, here we go. Now, but then when I got there, I saw all the pieces. The guy from the steel company was leaving. So all the pieces are now there. They have all been cut. They've all been measured. They should all fit in theory. And then they started a little bit on the garage. So that is the current update. Was not happy with the insulation, guys. To be fair to them, I don't know how early they started, but they left at 3 o'clock. I'm like, I thought contractors are like the beast of this world, where they're like, yeah, I work till 9 o'clock. Like 3 o'clock, what are we doing? But I don't. For all I know, maybe they started at like 6 a.m. and it was actually already a very long day at that point. So that was a little weird, but yeah, insulation still going on. It got measured for the siding. All the official measurements for siding happened on Tuesday, so that'll be happening soon. And then yeah, once insulation is done, drywall should hopefully be starting sooner than later. We're going to get an interior designer because my wife she is very clever. Her brain operates in very impressive ways in some regards to like this house building process, as she basically designed the entire thing in a very practical way. But then when you learn there's like 37 different shades of white, it's like, okay, now things are getting a little overwhelming for her and she doesn't want to mess things up. So I'm like, okay, fine. Do I necessarily want to pay for an interior designer? No. But if it's going to help get her over the hump, then so be it. So that is the status update. I'm in roofing. Generally, you start super early and around 2 or 3. Yeah, no, I did roofing back in college. So I remember, especially with asphalt, right? If it gets super hot, then like they start to smear because the asphalt is so hot. And especially if it's a steeper pitch. So yeah, no, but this is a metal roof, and these guys, I mean, I left at 4 because, like I said, we had to go meet up with friends for dinner that were like a 45-minute drive away. But yeah, when I left at 4, those guys were still there. Yeah, and that's fine. But so the plumbers, I don't remember if he's still the owner or if he was the original owner or not. But anyways, we were out there once and he just, the random truck shows up and it's like, okay, so all right, hey, oh yeah, no, I'm so and so. I'm like, oh okay, yeah, you're the founder of the plumbers reuse. Yeah. I want to just come over. They were telling me about the place. I wanted to check it out. And he made the comment. He's like, because I always love to give the guys a hard time. I'm like, so you guys, what time is sunset tonight? 9? Oh, so you guys are working till 9, and they're, But he was like, yeah, I don't know what this guy's an older guy. I don't know when it started, when electricians and plumbers and all the other trades start working banker hours. When did that happen? I'm like, yeah, preach it. Amen. These guys should be here working till dusk. But yeah. So I don't know if it's like a new school thing or what, but this guy he was not, I mean, yes, he was saying it jokingly too, but he's like, I don't know what happened when all the trades started to work banker hours. I'm like, amen, brother. Are you using a standing seam metal? I have no idea. I don't know. I've learned in life, surround yourself with people you can trust. And if they're experts in a certain area, then just trust them. So I don't know. I don't ask those questions. I just trust. All right, I'm going to try a short here if it comes back down. Okay, well, it's not coming back down. So yeah, never mind on that one. See, this is where I play the range. Well, I try to play the range. The problem is I just defined the bottom of the range incorrectly, right? My bottom of the range was down here. But for the person that was like, no, Clay, you idiot, the range is actually right here. It's like, okay, well, you got a beautiful entry point. So you're playing the range very well. But that's where, those cliche sayings, such as just trade the range. It's like, well, yeah, but where's the bottom of the range actually at? Yeah, that was my range, 357 bottom. Good job, Cam. So right there, Cam's trading the range. Me, I guess I tried to trade the range. All right, might try a short here. I better hold off on that. Okay, I'm trying to short right there. We have this, generally speaking, congestion area here, rejection there, and we have the 200 SMA now, right at that level. Does that mean a guaranteed rejection? It does not, but is that an area that I'm willing to take a swing at? Yep. Sure is, brothers and sisters and furries. I got in at 386. There's 386. Oh, nice. But I would agree that, there is something, again, how exactly do you want to define the range? I don't know. But like I said, this is essentially my range right here. Good news is this is not like some sort of like 15-point range. I mean, are we talking about, oh yeah, we're talking about over 100-point range here. So that's good at least. Longed 375. All right, roger that. Thinking about if I want to turn on the fan or not. I'm starting to get a little hot stuffy. I did not get a 100-point trade yet today. Have you been getting them the past couple of days? Yeah, probably. There's been some reasonable moves. Oh. Can you put me in timeout just so I can see what it feels like? Yep. Oh. I'll put you in there for a minute. There you go. So, idiopathogen, you should still be able to hear me. But if you want to try typing a message, from my understanding, you'll get a message that says something about not being able to be sent. But yes, you should still be able to hear me right now. And then I think and then your messages are also deleted. So I think that has a full effect. All right. Well, based on my premise that we are in a range, we are basically right in the middle of what I'm thinking the range is. So now it's a question of, do I want to diddle in the middle? Some. No, never diddle in the middle. Fair enough. I can respect it, and sometimes I agree, but I'm not totally mechanical about it, where I just say, no, I never diddle in the middle. Sometimes I like to diddle, and it happens to be in the middle. Sometimes my diddling pays off. Other times I wish I didn't diddle. The diddle does me dirty, I don't like when diddles do me dirty, but diddles do dirty. Wait, the Johnny, you're black? I don't think I knew that about you. Not that it matters, but like usually I don't see the black people emoji. You were telling us about, oh, I wasn't I? Where is the volume chart on the right side? Where is the volume chart on the right side? How did I find that? I think here. Wait, where? Here. Boom. Boom. So right here under settings. I'm black. Oh, you mean you're back? Sorry. Wait, you're. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I do wonder. I wonder what the what the not that it matters again. I like everybody. Like if you can have a conversation with me, whether or not you agree with me, I don't care. But if you can have a conversation defined as intellectually honest and just rational, yeah, I really don't care. I mean, I definitely don't care. That's where I put my highest priority. But I often wonder, like, is my goofy quirkiness is that only attractive to like certain groups or what? I don't know. So yeah, I'll be perfectly honest. I do wonder like what is the race breakdown? Not because of anything maliciously, just out of curiosity. Like I don't know. For example, like would Asian people, from my understanding, their culture is way more serious. Would they look at me and I'm over here going scalp is scalp? Would they be like, nope, next one? I don't know. I would Asian people, generally speaking, find me humorous, or would they be super annoyed? But I don't know. But these are the things I think about. These are the things I'm curious about. Use code. Not that it matters. What do you mean use code? Where Johnny? Johnny? I was not trying to offend you. Like I think it's cool if like I think that's good for the human race. If like races of all kinds can look at me, who is very quirky, who is very, I'm out there, but they're like, hey, no, I still find you entertaining. My Filipino wife laughed that you put me in timeout. Just well, I mean, it sounds like you lied to your Filipino life in the sense of you did not give her full context. You requested it. So I did not put you in timeout just for fun. I put you in timeout because I'm a nice guy and I gave you what you requested. No worries. I'm not as active in the chat because I'm getting ready for work. I don't get insulted. Yeah, I told her that. Okay, cool. Well, see, well, I don't know if that means she likes, but it's always wondering. Like like demographics is a real thing, right? I would assume that we don't have many 80-year-old plus grandmas that watch me. I don't think an 80-year-old plus grandma would find me very entertaining at all. But like, is there, in theory, is there a subset where like there's an 80-year-old Filipino grandma that finds me hilarious? And maybe that's because part of Filipino culture would make somebody like me be entertaining. I don't know. But I am fascinated by culture and stuff like that. Like, how does culture actually shape our perceptions? Just weird stuff like that. I know. I'm sure there's somebody here that as soon as they heard race, they on their mind, their ears, they plugged their ears and they said, "This guy's evil. He's blah blah blah." When I think I've done a good job of explaining why I'm actually bringing race up, not because of X, but because of Y, and I'm curious about demographics and just that. How many cups? Thank you, Margie. Just one. I cleaned up. No, it was this morning. Sadly, I was making my coffee, and then I pulled one of them out of the cabinet. I'm like, wait a second, I still got three up on my desk right now. So I had to come back upstairs. But yes, thank you for asking. By the way, that's good accountability. A lot of mail. Yeah, I should look at the statistics and see what kind of the breakdown is. I know on social media it's definitely mainly male, mainly what is it, American and maybe Canada. Once I hear your voice, you will be loved. That's true. That's true. Fair point. Okay, maybe now my long is gonna come up. We'll see. If you're just getting logged onto the stream, I've tried this long now. What is this? Probably my fourth time, third or fourth time, and I can't quite figure out where the bottom of the channel is each moment. Maybe it really is as easy as Clay. Just go right here. Go right above the overnight low. Yeah, but we have this little section over here. I think I can get a little bit better. Why? Clay, I wonder why I adjusted it down slightly more. Fair question. Because I wanted to have this at exactly a 10-point risk. I was looking at those numbers. Now we're actually at a 10-point risk. Yeah, I do understand there could be slippage. So maybe at most it's like a 12-point risk, but that is why. A good, astute observation on your part if you're like, why did that beautiful looking man who looks like a Greek god, why did he adjust that order oh so slightly down? Very, very, very impressive observation on your part. So those are the observations, at least right now. I'd be a lot, wait, crap, I still got an order up here, don't I? Whoops, let's just get that out of the way before I totally forget about it. You, Cam, just call it that you use the volume mountain, right? That makes way more sense. I know, using terms like nodes, dang, you smell, did I just say you smell so good? I was going to say you smell so good. I don't, but what I meant to say was, sure, that does make you sound so smart. Maybe it also makes you smell good, to be fair. Oh, I don't know. I assume, okay, use the valley. See? Wasn't that amazing how fast I picked up on just natural language? Mountain, you mean valley? And I was like, oh, wait, it wasn't up here, it was down here. And then I looked and, oh, surprise, surprise, 357, it is indeed a valley. So, see, just natural terminology. Natural terminology goes oh so far. Okay, maybe we're going to get trade here. If that green line turns blue, I'm in. Okay, let's see what happens. Trying along here? All right, Neil. Oh, here? Okay. Kinda. We're kind of in agreement. We're in general agreement, thinking long, but sounds like you're willing to get in a little bit higher than I am. That's why volume isn't important. Middle of range doesn't do anything compared to prior range. I don't know. I'm not trying to take a side swipe at you, Zoker. I'm just trying to give you something to think about. But my understanding right now is you have blown your accounts. You don't have an account, which is why you're just giving trade ideas, but not actually taking anything because you don't have an account. Maybe one of the reasons why you don't have an account and you have blown the most recent account is because you're not putting as much value on volume as you should. Again, just a suggestion, just something for you to chew on. I'm not saying that is the reason, but I don't know. Could be. Okay. Whether or not that's true, that is irrelevant. Okay, sure, I'll just concede. I've blown more accounts than you have. Okay, back on topic. Maybe the reason why you have blown accounts is because you're not putting as much you're not putting as much value on volume as what you should. Okay, let's see if we can get this blue line hit. Or not the blue line. Let's see if we can get this green line to turn to blue. So I was watching a video. It's just on my, I don't even, was it? I think it was a YouTube. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm in. Oh, and out. Okay, did not care. Did not care about any of that. Well, at least it make me sit there for 10 minutes before it gave me the answer. I'm trying 300 longs. Anyways, I was watching this video in the short, and it was something about, oh, okay, here's what it was. It was something about, 13 years ago today, 12 years ago. It was something that documented that XYZ amount of time from today, Gangnam Style came out. So, I saw a little bit, and so that's, whoa, Gangnam Style. So that song is totally in my head right now. It's been in my head the whole time. So I got to figure out a way to work it into the stream when I'm in a trade somehow. We're going to try a Gangnam Style trade. I don't know what that looks like yet, but I'm thinking about it. You're going to try the middle finger? Oh, middle finger actually already worked out. Well, okay, assuming you were looking for a scalpy scalp. Yes, sorry, Greg. Yeah, no, it was I'm trying to think like the equivalent song. Like correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was just a one-hit wonder. Or did that guy have a lot of other good songs too? Do you know what that song is about? I think it's about a hey, something lady. Won't. I'll look for a short up here now. Try to play kind of the back test and go. But if this is a fake break of the downward channel and it's gonna head right back up, yeah, this is not gonna be pleasant. Oh, it was a one-hit wonder. Okay, so one-hit wonder in America. I don't know if it's chop suey today. If it is chop suey, at least it's a wide range of chop suey. All right, here we go. Maybe a short here. Again, if this thing is about to V-shape straight back up into the channel, this is not going to be pleasant. But let's see if this is just kind of a back test and if it wants to roll back over here. Or if it just wants to get really close to my entry and then come down. I mean, that's possible too. Yeah, I have no idea what Keeping the West Wild just said, but he's long. Again, Zokru. Perhaps the reason why you're blowing accounts is you should value volume a little bit more. I don't know if that's why, but I don't know. Maybe you're not valuing volume enough. The song is about a rich area of Seoul, Korea. Gomdim is this. Okay, well, I guess that's what I learned for the day. Come on now. Come on down. Come on down, brother. Take that little scalp. It's hard to trust it because as I look over at the 5 minute, to be fair, 5 minute is working on what could be a very nice hammer. So it's like, I don't know. Again, this hammer could very well fail. It may not stay a hammer, but that's why I was leaning more towards a scalpy scalp. I find this Def Chop Fest just huge candles. Yeah, that's where I don't know. I don't know if I agree. Can something be choppy with huge candles? Right, like for example's sake, if this is what we're defining as chop, and like the high of this range, or the distance between these 2 points is like 10 points, it's like, okay, that's kind of hard because it's just like 10 points. It's not impossible, but to try to make 10 points out of this, But like if that same range is 100 points, well, I mean, sure, it's chopping back and forth, but within the chop, in theory, if you buy right here and you sell right here and you're getting yourself 30 points, it's like, dang, 30 points, not too bad. So, yeah, I mean, sure, it is still chop, but I don't know if there's different types of chop. Let me put it that way. And these types of chop, I'm not going to complain too much about when there's a choppy range, but if the choppy range is worth 100 points, Well, to the independent thinkers out there we go. And whoever gave me a bunch of like fancy sounding terminology, hopefully you got your stop loss in. I'm assuming it's below the lows there, so you still got a chance. Was that Keeping the West Wild? I think he was using some cult terminology with me, but I cannot confirm or deny. He said something that made him sound very smart, and I have no idea what he just said. But all I know is hopefully he's got to stop. Or maybe he already scalped out. Well, whatever occult is, you have a stop in, right? Where's your stop at? My key, primary concern right now is, do you have a stop, and where's your stop? $310 was your stop. So you're still in? Oh, now, okay. Now you're out. Okay, good try. Good try. Doggone it. Stupid 5-minute chart. So yeah, this would be an example against multiple time frame analysis. I definitely agree that the pros far outweigh the cons in terms of multiple time frame analysis, but to be fair, had I not even factored in the 5-minute, I would have held that, and that would have been a fantastic trade. But like I said, because of the 5-minute, it made me want to decide to do more of a scalp. I took profit at 350. What? Maybe I missed the trade plan. Where it's bouncing is at the bottom of the... Thank you, Iceman. I know you mean well, but this is a running joke around here. The running joke is, like, if you look hard enough, you can explain any bounce, any rejection at all. So, for example, let's just pick something like this right here. that bounce right there. If we look hard enough, and I don't know, it might take us to the 33-minute time frame using the Zimbabwe pivot point, but very well you could be telling everybody, hey, that bounced on the 33-minute time frame Zimbabwe pivot point. So, I mean, yes, agreed. It probably did bounce from that area, but at the end of the day, I mean, you kind of just got to pick your indicators, pick what you want to work with, and then just go with it. Because if you map out literally everything, it's like, okay, you're going to have a chart where you can't see anything because it's got so much stuff on it. Roger that. Keeping the West Wild. Hey, I want one of these order flow trade plans. I want one of these ahead of time. Let's see some numbers ahead of time, brother. Hey, what's up, Jimbo? Tamora's trade is looking good. I hope so. He's got a lot of people he's got to get out of financial ruin with this thing. But thank you, Iceman. Again, I fully agree with what you're saying, that it probably did bounce from that area. I'm just saying, like, I know you're coming from a good spot. Like, hey, man, hey, brother. It bounced there because that was the bottom of the 15-minute opening range. So if I were to now go and start to map out the bottom of the 15-minute opening range, and then I took that suggestion from everybody, like, okay, Clay, it rejected there because of this. So I'm like, okay, let me add that in. At this point in the history of the live stream, I probably would not be able to see the candlesticks because I'd have so many indicators and ranges and pivots and blah, blah, blah. You know, I'd have the Asian high, the Asian midpoint, the Russian 38% Fibonacci level. You know, I'd have the Norwegian 38.3218% pivot point. GC's puking. Okay, it's coming down. I really thought I was going to see like massive K. Okay. This is what I thought I was going to see. Something like this. That to me is puking. This right here, don't get me wrong, it's a pullback, but like, I'm like, oh, it's puking? I thought that. It is looking rough though. Maybe I don't know. Maybe this is like, let's see. It's like a burp when you burp and then some throw up comes, but it's not full blown puking. This is a like one of those burps, a nasty burp. If it keeps dropping though, maybe this burp turns into puking. How about that? Cheers, Iceman. I appreciate you. This man's mean. This man, yeah, I guess he made kind of a valid point, but I'm not going to acknowledge it. I'm just going to pull out my victim card. Appreciate you, Iceman. The world needs more people like you. Okay, I'm guessing Iceman grew up playing hockey. So he's heard a little constructive criticism in his time. I'm happy my TP got hit. Good. Congrats. Congrats, brother. Rogue fart. White line here for anybody wondering is the low of the day. So price can never get below that white line. The white line itself will just adjust lower. Wank, 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 wank. Gangnam Style. Hey, pretty price. We trade in the double bot. Yeah, I think so, actually. Yeah. Good call, Brian. Boom. Ooh, 13 points, Doc Soul. Gotta give enough wiggle room, though. And then we'll see what happens. All right, Brian, I'm going to try with you. I'm waiting. What are you? Oh, you're going to wait for confirmation? It's probably not a terrible idea, especially after that last trade, but man. Okay, Brian's going to wait for all right. I'm mimicking Brian. I'll wait for confirmation with you, brother. I do single accounts. I have done some copy trading, and that's eventually my longer term plan. But I am kind of like a tortoise. I am in no rush. And if I don't get to copy trading for another year, whatever. Who knows? Maybe I never get to copy trading. But no, to answer your question, just doing single accounts. SOXL new loads, roger that. You're short at 296. All right. Well, I hope, I hope that's a good trade, because if it's a good trade, it'll allow me to get filled down here. Gangnam Style. Oh my goodness, that was bad that I saw that. You scalped? Roger that. It's if you're scalping copy trading, it's like, why would you? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Hey, good morning, Eddie. Bum, 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 bum. Took a small loss. Hey, good job, Jocko. It happens, brother. Good job keeping it controlled. Copy trading is overrated. Rotating accounts is the better play. That's case-by-case basis. Yeah, fair enough, Brandon. For you, if you like single accounts, if that works best for you, more power to you, brother. But yeah, I know some people, and some people love copy trading. More power to them. Going long, 314. All right, I appreciate it, Iceman. We need more Icemen in this world. Iceman eats victim cards for breakfast. I like copy trading when I'm right, not so much when I'm wrong. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much copy trading summarized. Smartest thing ever when it's like when you're correct. Dumbest thing ever when you're in a rough patch. Yeah, I mean, I drew that line there, but yes, in hindsight, it'd be easier for me to be like, oh man, I promised. No, I was never actually seriously considering it. I realize it makes me stupid. So you weren't seriously considering a trade that would have been great? Yeah, unfortunately, that's true. I was not seriously considering something that, in hindsight, would have turned out beautiful. Okay, what's your next trade? Your target was hit, Timur. Where's your next trade? Where are you looking to buy next, or short, or whatever? Looking forward to this next trade plan, brother. Wank, 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 wank. Gangnam Style. Hey, pretty lady. Wank, wank, wank. Oh my god, this is bad. This is bad. No, I'm done for today. I'm out now. I'll take my next trade tomorrow. Anyone watching the Open? Oh, do you mean is there a golf thing going on right now? I was gonna say, what Open are you talking about, brother? Hey Clay, if I request a payout tomorrow morning, if you're talking about take private trader, don't request the payout tomorrow morning. Come back to your computer around, I don't know, let's call it 8 p.m. Eastern when it updates, and then request it then, and you should get it very, very soon thereafter. So, yeah, I'm not, no, I don't know why you would have to wait till Monday. Oh, wait, tomorrow morning would be Friday. No, I would think they'd get it approved before Monday. But like I said, to err on the side of caution, if you're gonna have a payout, just like I said, find a little bit of time in your evening schedule to just request it tonight. Right around 8 p.m. Eastern, give or take, seems to be when their dashboard updates. I'm not sure what you're asking there, John. What do you mean? Or just buy 150K Tesla? I'm a little confused what you're asking, John. All right, see you later, Nero. It makes me happy when you encourage. Well, I would encourage you a lot more if we could get a non-trust me bro out of you. That'd be way better. That'd be way more encouraging, inducing. I don't want a long here. All right, let's see how this candle finishes up. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. If that caused me to get left in the dust, then so be it, Billy. So close, yet oh so far away. Again, white line here is the low of the day, for anybody wondering. Roger that, keeping the West wild. Appreciate it, brother. But just remember, according to whatever I don't even forget his name. You're stupid for using volume. Remember, volume doesn't mean anything, brother. So you are a buffoon to even consider volume. I hope that haunts your dreams tonight. These are the worst. Why do you have to why does the price have to hover right above the low? Right above it. Because confirmation bias is saying, okay, if you buy it now, then for sure it's going to go down and hit the low where you were waiting for it to begin with. Okay, I might try a short here, actually. Okay, looking for a short at the red line. No, Phil, really? Feels like double bottom for the day. You think so? I mean, I hope you're wrong at least for the next few minutes, so I can get a winning trade here from the short side. But yeah, if this is a double bottom, please just keep going up. I'm over $2,000. What account are you over $2,000 on, Varil? Let's make sure you're not doing. Okay, I'm in. Come on, brother. Oh my goodness, did I just get suckered right in? Maybe. There's my stop. Looking like I did. I did. Came down for a moment, was looking beautiful, and took me in, and right back up. All right, let's see what else. Hey, another day. And I didn't chase the long. Well, I mean, that's good. You didn't chase. That's good. It's good you did not chase. Even I know the chase would have worked out, but still, the habit of chasing, is that a habit we really want as traders? Probably not. So good job. Okay, my trades suck when I size up. Um, as it's a very cliche saying, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Whatever you are doing that is allowing you to quote unquote kill it in the market in a good way, do whatever that is. And if doing that thing is small size, well then brother, that is the goal. We want to kill it in the market. And if that means it takes small size to kill it, well then hey, kill it with small size. Oh, you dirty rat. Oh. Yeah, maybe get another chance. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to. I need to start to dock soul to the chart. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. If this candle closes somewhere around here, pops up a little bit, and then comes down, I'll look for a short here. I can put my stop like right up here. Have a nice little small risk profile. Hey Clay, how much money do you consider a good month in trading? I don't know. Hopefully, just making money. Okay, I'm gonna try a short here. But yeah, generally speaking, a good amount is very subjective. Because a good is, come on down. Because good is going to be dependent on your standard of living, right? Your standard of living is what's defining what is good, which is why I think we had the conversation yesterday. The higher your standard of living, again, I don't have any judgments. If you want a fleet of private jets, go for it. But if that is your definition of a standard of living, well, then your good is going to be way higher than somebody else that doesn't need a bunch of private jets, right? So yeah, good is a very subjective term. And I'm short. I'm trying to go with the trend here. Ideally, this just pops up and rolls back over again, but I don't know. If this is the bottom. Can I give you a range? M. Layden. M. Layden. Can I give you a range? I have way too many horses in the stable, Keith. Dog, are you... All right, what is going on all of a sudden? All right, I got to hop out. And just like that. Sure, fair enough. All right, yeah. For me, between $1 and $100,000 per month. That's good for me. Thank you. Next question. Okay, I'm going to try it right here again. Look for a rejection off the 21 EMA. Okay, I'm in. Okay. As I've said, if these things start to V-shape on me, it's going to be a rough ride. I'm going to add some more down there. If it can come down to that red line. What time is it? No, just going straight up all of a sudden. Looking to add at the red line. Okay, added. Let's go, brother. Let's get this trend going back in the trendy direction. Oh, my goodness. Could not ask for a better looking setup. Will it deliver? That is the question. Want it to come down a little bit more so I can just get risk off the table, but come on. A little bit more. All right, there we go. Oh, 510. No. Okay. Oh, crap. What did I... Doggone it. Did I just take myself... I got so confused. I had the typo up there. I was going to do 510. Thank you, Neil. I appreciate that. My order would have been rejected anyways because I can't do 510 contracts. But oh, This is, well, again, super embarrassing to be doing this on a live stream, but also kind of good in the sense if I were to explain that to you in like a conversation, you would be totally justified to be like, sure, Clay, sure, you're not exaggerating at all. I'm sure that's all what happened. But I mean, you guys just saw it. Again, my fault. Totally my fault. I don't know what. I mean, I clicked a button wrongly. I don't know. Hey, Jim, you finally showed up. Wow. I've had to wear this shirt now 3rd day in a row, but thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. 3rd day in a row. Thank you, Jim. Jim got me this shirt from Naples. Ugh. All right. Maybe I'm coping a little bit. At least I got back to green, I guess. That's good. Okay, so I changed it to 10, and then I don't know what I still don't know what did I do wrong? I'm not sure. That's true. 3 days in a row is kind of child's play. That's one of those where I would have preferred after I got out it just shot up, because then it felt like, oh man, that was a good mistake. I'm glad I made that. But the fact that it literally, I waited and waited and waited, and then I mean that's what I mean. Like, you can't make that stuff up. You would not have believed me if I explained what happened to you without seeing it. Because the second I do my mistake after waiting for quite a while, then it goes. Just rewatch. You click 10 right and hit buy. Yeah, no, I know I did that because I thought I was putting the stop somewhere. So I knew that I hit buy, which would make sense because I was short, but I must have just clicked the stop. I don't know. I don't know. I did panic a little bit. Whenever you see 510, that did induce a little bit of panic. So, and the panic clearly bled into me just yeah. Yeah. All right, dude. That's a potential short right there. Assuming you still believe in the downtrend. Now, if you believe that the trend is done downtrending, well, then you're probably not liking that level. You clicked to buy instead of buy. Oh, yes, Josh. That makes sense. Ah. Yeah, that checks out, Josh. Thank you. When you're putting a stop and it has to be below your entry, if you try to put in, that's what. Is that what I did? Okay. All that makes sense. Thank you. Thank you, John and Josh. And Papacito. Yeah. You're still waiting for the double bottom? Um, yeah, 21 EMA, I guess, has been doing pretty good. It got a little sketchy for me right here. I thought the 21 EMA deceived me, but again, just trying to trust the trend. And to be, okay. If this pops up a little bit, I'm going to try a short here. No, it's got to go up first. Up. Okay. I don't know if I still like it if it comes back down. No, I do not. I do not, Rim. Hey, Maddie Dented. All right, building up that stable. Attaboy. Did your work change its policy, or is it still no cell phones? Yeah. I mean, Papacito, that's that. I don't have anything against that. I'm not sure I could quite mentally handle 20 accounts. But I also realize not everybody's brain is my brain. So if you think you can mentally handle that, then I like where you're going with that. Now, if you're like, and what do you think about 5,000, 10,000 daily goal? That's where I'd push back and be like, okay, what you're proposing, while not, illogical, like it is possible, it is logically possible. It is mathematically possible to do that. It's like, I don't know, man, 5,000, a $10,000 day on 20 accounts seems a little, but yeah, at $50 to $100, yeah, I mean, if you think you can handle it, I think it'd be worth a try at least. Yeah, I hear you keeping the West wild. They say no cell phones, but it's probably impossible to stop. Well, again, Maddie Dented, you have a different calculation than I have. Um, the risk reward. Let's make sure that the risk of you losing your job matches up with the reward of potentially what you're accomplishing here. Maybe it does, maybe it. But just be careful, brother. Yeah, futures. I just have not found the need to do so. I like futures. Just watching the chart. I mean, I still use volume, and I realize this over here isn't like time and sales, but in a sense, it kind of is. I'm optimistic. Okay, all right. I just, you know, I'm not sure losing, and I'm not saying this is the case or this would be the threat, but yeah, I don't know if like getting fired from $150,000 per year job is worth it because you're trying to sling around some futures contracts to make a buck 50. Oh, the screw it voice showed up, huh? Yep, I got that one too. Screw it, I'm out. Screw it, I'm in. Good, that makes me feel better. I'm not the only one out there with the screw it voice. A couple days ago, discovered also that I'm not the only person out there with the close enough voice, right? That's close enough to my setup. That's close enough to meeting the rules of my strategy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't like NQ because volume. I don't like NQ because volume profile. I mean, I can see that, but again, everybody's got different things. We got the one guy, I forget, basically saying volume is worthless, and then we got Keeping the West Wild that does a lot with volume. Now, when the one guy saying volume is worthless is also the guy that is, yeah. Anyways, yeah, there does always need to be a suggestion. If you're calling something worthless, are you sure it's worthless? If you're experiencing issues, I don't think I'm being irrational to say and to suggest that maybe one of the reasons you're having issues is because something that you have deemed worthless is actually not as worthless as what you think it is. To be fair, maybe it is worthless, but I think it's equally as fair to suggest, well, maybe that's one of the reasons why you're kind of struggling. Yeah, Papacito, it sounds like you're not convinced with all, and that's fine. Do what works for you. Okay, Connor. Wait, no, Connor. You do trade options every now and then, right, Connor? Apex didn't have me sign anything for a 25K pro account. I would assume that probably comes if you qualify for a payout. I'm just guessing though, since I've only ever used Take Profit Trader. But really, okay. This yellow line. I don't know. I'm having mixed feelings. Is this finally the true breakdown of it? Oh, really, John? What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? I'm sure it was something just philosophically deep and dripping and oozing out just pure, unadulterated wisdom. But yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Okay, maybe the double bottom coming. So I don't think I'm too cray cray to think that it could bounce from down around here again. It's bounced from here, bounced from here. If it comes down here again, can we get another bounce again? No guarantees, but I mean, I don't think I'm crazy to suggest that. Anyone else think there will be a down retest, then continue on the downtrend? What time frame are you looking at specifically there? Enshu or Enshu? Nuchi? Mandela effect happening to me right now. Didn't it? Dairy Queen used to have food. They only. Well, I don't know what the Mandela effect is. Wasn't that somebody from South Africa? Mandela effect. The Mandela effect is a phenomenon where large groups of people incorrectly remember the exact same event, quote, or detail. Named after the widespread false belief that South African. Hey! I was right. South African leader Nelson Mandela died in prison in the 1980s rather than in 2013. It is fundamentally driven by the fallibility of human memory. Really? So a lot of people believe he died in prison in 1980, but he actually died in 2013. But a lot of people believe. Oh, so it was named after him. Could test on it in about. Okay, cool. So on the 15-minute, 5-minute, yeah, I could see something like that. Obviously, and I'm not saying that you think there is a guarantee, but I could. That doesn't sound crazy to me, Nuchu. I'm one of those. I remember it as a kid. It was everywhere that he had died. What year? 2013 or 1980? Well, I'm actually kind of sucked in by this. So, what year did Nelson Mandela die? Oh, 2013. Well, okay, that's Wikipedia. I understand some people reject Wikipedia. Oh, okay. Did the real Nelson Mandela really die in 1985? Oh boy. So there's fakes. Okay, is this like a conspiracy that I've never been aware of? Is there a Nelson Mandela conspiracy? Hey Jude. Okay. Hey Jude, you were banned at one point, right? Because over the weekend I went through a list and I kind of just started Xing people out, and I'm pretty sure. Were you one of the names that I X'd out? No. Okay. You don't have to lie. Like, I'm not going to reban you because I unbanned you. But there was definitely like a Jude or some variation of Jude that I remember unbanning. It was all over the radio for an hour, and then the next day they changed the story. Okay. The list was big, but you have to also keep in mind that part of that list was included if I like banned somebody, like even from the comment section. And given I've been, reading and replying to comments since 2013, like I've there's been over 13 years at this point to ban people. So yeah, it was a big list, but I don't know if it would be big when you consider, it was over the formation of 13 years. With the Fruit of the Room logo. Um, yeah, I want to say there is. I want to say there is a cornucopia in the logo. Are you saying I'm wrong? Fruit of the Loom logo. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. I guess this is what I remember it as, but I'm assuming that's the actual one. People want to claim that it never had it, and this was going insane on the internet. Oh, it does have a cornucopia. Okay, so I was right then in that. Okay, I thought I was the wrong. Oh, Duck Soul, it's bouncing again. All right, let's see what we can cook up here. I'm going to stick with the trend. To be fair, this did just put in a higher low. So maybe this is some sort of bottom, but I'm going to assume that it doesn't just go straight up. Yeah, I'd never heard of the Mandela effect until 7 minutes ago. I swear, every day. That's why I can do. Wait, you live stream and you talk for 4 hours every single day, 5 days a week? How do you? Because we are now talking about Fruit of the Loom logos and Mandela effects, and it's just you never know. You never know what you're going to talk about on this thing as we wait for setups to take place. But this is kind of how I envision maybe like an old school like trading floor or whatever. You got all the people sitting around, they're shooting the breeze, they're watching their charts, they're waiting, and then when their setups happen, they lock in. But the sitting around shooting the breeze is just actually like to help them not force a trade, not imagine things, to block out the close enough voice, right? That's when I find the close enough voice really powerful. If I'm just here alone and I'm not I don't have anything else to talk about. I'm not talking with anybody, and then it's just like, oh, is that close enough? So these things, I mean, yes, the close enough voice has still shown up before on the live streams, but that's how I kind of envision it. We're all just this is what a trading floor looks like. We're kind of just talking about random stuff right now while we wait, while we try to be disciplined and wait for the actual entry points within our setups. Hey, lady, you're scaring us. Maybe that's what some of you guys are saying right now. Hey, dude, you're scaring me. That was a movie reference, by the way. I call it the Bernstein Bears. Bernstein Bears. So I don't know which one of that is. Bernstein Bears. That's when I've read plenty of Bernstein Bears books now over the past 14 years. Yeah, because my oldest daughter is 14 and with 6 kids over those 14 years. Yeah, Bernstein Bears. That's what I call it. Bernstein Bears. So are you telling me that this entire time, maybe I've been misunderstanding it? Preach. Let's go, Jay Haas. I could swear that the song Real Love from Slaughter. Took a power nap, missed the short. Close enough is the killer for sure. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad there's at least 3 of us in the world that have the close enough voice. Look at gold, Duck Soul. Gold 5 minute. Right at look, double whammy right now. You have the 50 SMA, that purple line, and you have the green line there, the 21 EMA. Basically a double whammy of resistance, and as of right now, it's putting up a fight. Now, are the bulls going to be strong enough to push up through there? We'll see. But as of now, the Bears, they're winning. They're winning. Duck Soul. Okay, here we go. Maybe. I am. I'm looking for a short up there. Okay, here we go, maybe. A lot of resistance up around this area. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did I just, where was the high of that? I actually moved it up slightly. Did I just take myself away from that trade? Let's see if it wants to give me another chance. The red line turns blue, I'm in. I am. Uh, it. It. Don't you dare. It happens. It happens. Just a minute. I'm going to write my congressman an email. Dear Mr. Congressman, the markets are manipulated. I was selected out by the evil market makers and they chose to try to toy with my emotions. Please form a Senate committee on this and figure out where these market makers live because they keep picking on me. Signed, your faithful tax-paying servant, Clay Trader, and community. Send. There. It's never going to happen again. The frustration is starting to build a little bit. Mainly on this one right here. If you're here for that typo, which cost me, again, my fault. This one, my fault. I just simply chose the wrong entry spot. But man, these back-to-back trades here, they're starting to weigh on me a little bit. They're starting to weigh on me a little bit. I'd be a liar if I said, oh no, I'm perfectly fine. That didn't have any. You're welcome, Maddie Dented. Yeah, we need a criminal investigation. That's right. Now, the hard part, though, is this. I'll probably get a reply back. Oh, wait, I just got a reply back. Dear Sir, you are the 15th person that's emailed me this hour claiming that the market makers have singled them out. Given there are millions of people in the market every day, and given that I receive many dozens of these every hour, perhaps, dear good sir, you have a confirmation bias and nobody is actually out to get you. Sincerely, your congressman. Okay, fine. That's fair. That's fair. Because as I sit right now, I could sit here and be like, man, I think I was selected today for the market to pick on. But I have a sneaky suspicion that there are probably a few other of you that are feeling the exact same way, which now creates a problem. Which of us was actually the chosen one today, you know? I guess to be fair, maybe there are multiple chosen ones, but like at some point, you know, it's just hopefully I'm being goofy. I'm waiting for somebody to show up and be like, is this guy serious? Sincerely, nope, I'm not in California. I don't know. I think many of us were selected today. Well, I don't know, man. Have you seen some of these trades? Okay. Oh, again, to be fair, that was just me pressing wrong buttons. Yesterday, yes. Yesterday was kind of rough though. Okay, not kind of rough. It was one of the rougher ones. I did reflect a little bit on it, and I'm like, I don't think I did anything like ridiculous. Um, the first one was that was just a spike. Like nothing I could have done about that. The rising wedge one, that's just a rising wedge that didn't work out. And if you've been on the live stream before, you've seen plenty of rising wedges work out. And then that one trade, I handled it pretty well. Yes, it was still a loser, but I did manage it in a way that kept the loss minimized. So yeah, I'm just gonna blame my congressman for yesterday. I'm not gonna take any blame. I don't think I did anything wrong. I blame Kyle. There we go. I blame Kyle and Neil and Amarius and Nas and Trucking for Dividends. Just the names that I see right now. I'm just gonna randomly start blaming. Oh, here we go. Yeah, exactly. Did I, Dave? That sounds exactly how it goes. Agreed. On a positive note, at least the triggering events today for you cause you to get. That's true. That's true. Brian, you have the patience of a saint. Thank you, Neil. I appreciate you taking full blame. Exactly. Keep the West Wild. Exactly. You got murdered on the bear flag. Oh, this move right here gotcha before it rolled back over. Well, he's not my neighbor. He's just a real life acquaintance. But yeah, yeah, real life Jimbo. He got offended somewhere. I did something to offend him. He is yeah, it's just different now. I'm still wearing a shirt though, so that's nice. But no, he's not my neighbor technically. Another high or low potentially. I'm wondering, is this kind of the new low? And this was just like a faulty breakdown because we do still have, the chance to build a higher low. I'm a boy. Oh man, it just translated. So you said soy boy, but then the YouTube automatic translator translated that to I'm a boy. I wonder if I can turn that off. I don't. I think it does more harm than good. Yeah, I'm not. I can't short right there. That seems like way too much of a chase now. You're cheering for the double bottom. Yeah, I just hope that it doesn't fill him and then just keep on dumping because that seems like something that could be tilt inducing for Brian, where he's been patient for the past 18 hours and then his trade's going to last 4 seconds. I've waited for this trade for the past 18 hours. Here we go, and it's gone. I I hope that doesn't happen. Well, we're Cam Influence has got a Monka S trade. I'm so glad at least somebody knows some of those terminology, so I can just say them, and at least one of you know what I'm saying. It's great. Okay, do we have any like world history buffs? So here's my question from a world history standpoint. I am getting the impression, which I openly concede, I could be dead wrong, but is there something? Okay, let me be more specific. Do we have any Persian world history aficionados? So my question to you is this: I am getting the impression that maybe part of Persian culture, or whatever, is a lot of like yapping, a lot of big talk, big talk, big talk, but then not a whole lot happens. Because I just read I read another headline. It seems like right now, Iran's yapping, but then all the other middies like, oh, you better stop or this or this. It just seems like everybody's yapping. But like all these other countries around Iran, Kuwait, who is this one? This was Qatar or Qatar, however you're supposed to say it. Bahrain, Jordan, they're all saying all the, hey, you better. So, but I don't know. So is this just part of Persian culture? I don't know. Do we have anybody here that understands and has like researched that out? All right, see you later, sugar. It just seems like every headline, again, in both directions. Oh, Iran, we're gonna do this, and then other Middle East, oh, we're gonna do this, and it's just like, and a couple missiles fly back and forth, and it's just like, huh? But I don't know. I don't know if that's maybe I just have a very wrong impression. What is the question? Is it part of Persian culture that they just yap? It's kind of like just a lot of hot air, a lot of talking, but not a lot of backing up of action. That is the question. Now, I'd be surprised if we had any Persian history buffs here, but hey, this is a live stream. There's people from around the world here. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Spanish people yap a lot too. It feels like most of the friends. Yeah, no, I don't mean that type of yapping. I mean like talking tough, but then like there's never any follow through. Yeah, maybe Dead Dave. Yeah, I don't know. I just that is the impression I'm developing, but I am also aware maybe I'm developing the wrong impression. All right, maybe this yellow line continues to hold. Topping the aggravation with that topic. I mean, I'm asking a question. Come on, HR, you're better than that. Oh, you're trying to do that. I'm asking a question. You know that there's something off. If asking a question causes you to think like, uh-oh, I'm asking a question. I think I've prefaced it very well. I've tried to communicate that I could be totally wrong in this impression, hence the question. And then HR is over there getting offended. Come on, HR, you're better than that. I expect more from you. Yeah, it could be green. That's fair. Social media maybe just amplifying all that. It is my message is going through now. I see that message. So yes, that at least that message went through. I am kidding, man. There's no kidding around along here. We're not here to have fun. We're not here to joke around. Strictly business. Have you guys opened up the oil charts? Yeah, oil coming down a little bit. It seems like, I don't know. It seems as though to me that the oil market, because markets are always looking ahead, is realizing that there are new ways, there are new things being done to overcome. Like if Iran wants to keep doing this, all right, fine. We'll either use this pipeline or we'll use this route or we'll build this port. It seems like the market's starting to factor in like it's almost like it's factored in. Let's just play the game as if the strait is closed. Because I would have thought that a lot, like when everybody started bombing each other once again, I'm like, all right, here we go. Oil straight into the 80s, quickly followed by the 90s, and then probably back into the hundreds. And it's like, it's not moving. I mean, it has gone up, but I'd be a liar if I said that oh yeah, this is right where I expected oil to go. No, I would have thought it would go up a lot higher. So that tells me the oil market as a whole, they're factoring in now different things. Okay, Jocko. Yeah, yeah. That is more than plausible too. And also, maybe it's just as simple as no, that's just war. Like all sides just are hot air. All sides yap in war. And with social media, it becomes that much easier to yap. Like I guess if you think about it, the only way to yap before social media was via like everybody had to wait for the nightly news or wait for the newspaper to come out. So there's only like chunks of yapping that would occur before social media and the internet. But yeah, one of you guys said with social media, so yeah, maybe it's just that. Probably is. What is that? Occam's razor? What is that? Okay, let's not. Pretty much where usually the simplest explanation is odds are the right one. Occam's razor. Yeah, what is Occam's razor? I think that's what it is. Occam's. All right, we're doing some learning. Occam's razor is a problem-solving heuristic stating that when presented with competing explanations, the simplest one requiring the fewest assumptions is usually the best. Keyword being usually. And encourages you to shave away unnecessary complexities, ICT, and avoid inventing complicated ICT, complicated hidden causes when a straightforward answer fits the facts. Oh my goodness. Woo! Oh boy. Wow. Anyways, next topic. Holy smokes. Goodness. No, I'm not. No, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, goodness. See, I guess if someone asked me, Clay, what are one of your life principles? I would just say Occam's razor. That's it. That's it. We don't need to overcomplicate everything, folks. Again, if you do so, if you avoid Occam's razor, I concede you have the ability to sound really smart. Because by that definition, you're making things very complicated all of a sudden. That's right, the KISS method. Oh, man. Oh, that was crazy how organic that came to be. Let's please tear everything off and put on the blue period. I don't want you to judge us into the future. Whenever given an opportunity to give my contractor a hard time, those opportunities must be taken. They must be taken. You're never going to change my mind. Yeah, it's another way to see very. Okay, yeah, we won't go down there. In fact, I can't even stand those three letters, just seeing them. It's just the epitome. It's like the exact inverse of Occam's razor. No, surely it can't be as easy as in supply and demand. No, that's not what moves market. I mean, sure, the market's made up of a bunch of people that are making decisions on if they want to buy or sell something, but no, there's no way that those decisions of supply and demand, no, there's no way that's what it could be. It's got to be all this complicated nonsense. But hey, if you want to build a cult, Occam's razor is not how you build cults. Let me put it that way. Cult leaders are definitely, they run very quickly away from Occam's razor. In fact, I want to build the Occam's razor cult. That's what I want to build. The Occam's razor cult. All right, I think I have to try along here. This yellow line continues to hold. Are you serious? I got one. Doggone it. Fine. See? I did the mark. The market. I'm telling you, it's out to get me today. Nothing. It's something that I don't even want to see. Base hits. It's a cult. That's what it is. That feast on younger people and for some reason foreigners. I don't know why. The young people thing makes sense to me. I still do not have a good thesis on why it is highly attractive to foreigners. Okay, I'm going to maybe try again. Oh, no, never mind. Not based on the 5 minute. I will try down here, though. Try long down there. Yeah, it is interesting. Usually people, like something is, I mean, it makes sense, but usually it goes, somebody took something complicated and then simplified it more. But yeah, you're right. He took something and then it made it way more complicated. But because people, again, credit to him, credit to him. I think he probably identified, well, people like to sound smart. So if I can just overcomplicate this with all these terms and abbreviations and blah, 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 people can sound smart. And you know what? I think that's how, I mean, yeah, it's pretty wild. It is not Occam's razor. That was the moral of the story. Hey, KRT. Tell Blossom hello. KRT and Blossom will always have a warm place in my heart. They are the first husband wife couple that I'm aware of that both enjoy the live stream. So, yeah. I think there's been a couple others since then, but I'll always remember KRT and Blossom. Aquaman's Razor. Is that at one too, or is that okay? I don't know. I kind of want to short the back to sub. Is this thing gonna just chop right back up? It might, and if it does, so be it, Billy. All right, I'm looking for a short. Oh, just get Roger that. Okay, Kevin, is this the new account you're on? Is this a new horse you're working on? Okay, all right. That made sense. I was like, I could have sworn you told me earlier you would max something out. There it is. Okay, I'm short. Come on, come down and retest these lows now. Let's go. I'm going to add more at that red line if it comes down. These are the worst. Straight red and then followed by literally a solid green candle. Like, it's one thing if it comes down here and then dojis, hammers, and then comes up. It's like, okay, fair enough. But when things go straight down and then straight back up, it's just... It's a little bit rougher. Now, of course, if I had bought down there, there's no way I'm complaining about a solid red candle being followed by that, but you know what I mean. All right, I'm going to try to add right there, see if we can get the rejection here off the 21. Rejected here a couple of times. Okay, there's the ad. Come on now. Come on, come on, come on. Do it. Let's keep coming down. That stupid yellow line. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. All right. Okay, let's let this thing cook. Keep it coming down. Risk is off the table now. Come on, dump. I should put out one more just in case there's some crazy spike all of a sudden. Not that I think there will be one, but you never know. And I know I say that every time because if I don't say it, somebody's going to show up and be like, hey, you said there was going to be a spike. So that's why I have to preface it by, not that I'm saying there will be one, but just in case. Come on, hit that next target. This will feel like a very solid trade if I can at least get that one hit. Well, more so this one down here. But if I can't even get that hit, this is once again going to feel like a trade that just was kind of a mess. Okay, so a partial fill on that stop, which is always kind of weird. Okay, so I have 2 left. All right, I'm going to come down here and try those lows since I only have 2 now. Come down a little bit more. Come on. Doggone it. Well, on the bright side, at least it didn't totally stop me out. So, yeah, I need to look on the bright side on this one. I guess having 2 is better than having nothing. And stopped. All right. Well, I'm trying. I know I could give my stops a little bit more room, but I'm really trying to prevent what happened yesterday. If you're here yesterday, I guess you can just watch the live stream from, let me put it this way. If you are in the camp of, this guy's a scammer because he's always green, yeah, just go back and watch July 15th in the year 2026 live stream. You will soon be happy on to the, this guy's a scammer because he doesn't know what he's doing. You'll hop onto that team. Thank you, KRT. Looks like it's going to drop. Hey, base hits, congrats. Yeah. Are you in payout territory? Did you make some money today, base hits? Because now you are in the wonderful world of daily profits or of daily payouts. All I would say, base hits, is I don't know if you're doing the racehorse model or not. You might want to consider it, though. Because when this current racehorse does get cooked, you don't want to fall into the temptation of resetting the pro account, because that'll very quickly wipe away a lot of your gains, because that is expensive. Hey, Blossom, she's here. See? Blossom knows a good singer when she hears one. Did you used to write down your trading rules in the beginning? Yeah, I've done all sorts of stuff, including looking for the Holy Grail. I remember still, this was back in Kansas City after we had just been married and I had been in, the markets for a small amount of time. But man, I remember I'd get home from work and I would run back test after back test after back test, thinking there's got to be a combination of indicators, something somewhere that has not been found yet, but I am going to find it. I know a lot of traders have gone through that phase. I don't know about all of them, but I have a sneaky suspicion that I am not the only one that went through the phase of, because it's logically possible to perhaps find a combination of indicators that works, I'm going to find it. And man, so yes, I was writing stuff down. There are times, but now knowing what I know now, it's like, well, yeah, of course, Clay, you would backtest a chunk of time and it seemed like you had found something. But the reason why that was the case was because, well, the market was in a certain environment, right? If the market is in an uptrend, then sure, you're going to think you find some sort of magical indicator combination that helps you out in an uptrending market. But then if you backtest a different section, and it's just, yeah. Okay, Krista, even tried creating your own indicator. Yeah. Yep. So yes, I have written stuff. I've done quite a bit over the years. Yeah, including that. Which in all honesty was not healthy for my marriage. Thankfully, that was before kids. But when I did that, it was not healthy for my marriage because there was definitely like neglect going. Like I would get home and then spend hours doing it. But thankfully, I have a forgiving wife. But yeah, I'd be very deceitful if I said, "Oh yeah," and while I went through that phase and spent hours upon hours doing that, the marriage was all fine. No, and rightfully so. Like I was the scumbag in the situation. Sure, did I have good motives? I did, but eh, eh. Used confused. Yeah, exactly. CR15 went to green 300. Went into green 300 to red 700. Now back to green 22. All right, Alfonso. Yeah, sounds like that might be a good decision. Correct, fun uncle. Correct. That is the problem with backtesting. Also, is now here's the question you have to ask. You've backtested all this stuff. Are you going to use a bot, a script, an algorithm, whatever you want to call it, to execute what you just backtested? If your answer is no, well, then what you've just done is very apples and oranges, right? Because if you're testing something for 3,000 trades, well, then that applies that the every single trade, all 3,000 of them were taken. However, if you then go and you do it yourself and then you hesitate and you miss one, all of a sudden you have two sets of data. The stats you were looking at were based on taking all 3,000. But as soon as you start hesitating and not taking trades, those are now two different data sets. So yes, exactly, fun uncle. If you are, because you're not going to trade it that way. You're not going to be around for literally every single setup. And even if you are around, yeah, we all hesitate from time to time. I do it here, and I might do it right now, but I'm not. I'm going to take this short if I can. Yeah, we're right at the 21 EMA and the 5-minute 2. We're right here. Look at this. Purple line here has rejected the price. So does it mean it'll work here? Nope. But it's certainly worth me taking a swing at. Okay, well, I'm glad I waited for confirmation. No trade. So that means I'll be able to head over to the property this afternoon, question mark. You should come over too, period. Just drive separately. All right, I'm trying to short up here then. I mean, I think, okay, my premise is we are officially in a channel. I mean, I think we've probably already been in a channel, but my definition of the channel is this right here. Overnight low is the high. And then the bottom is, I need to adjust this line down here. Right there. There's the bottom. Now, maybe you disagree with my definition of the sideways channel. So be it. But that's my definition. I'm going to try to trade based on that. Oh my goodness. I'm not interested. Thanks and have a great day. I'll give you credit, Sarim. You're quite relentless, but good grief, take a hint, brother. How big is that channel? Let's see. Let's just call it 280 up to 350. So what is that, 70 points? I'm not a smart man, but I think it's 70 points, give or take. Because I know somebody's going to show up. Technically, Clay, it's 71.75. Sorry. Sorry, brother. Knock on the door. All right, I like it, knock on the door. Given those numbers, let's go. Okay, so here's a question while we wait. If you, question number one to establish a premise. Is it trolling to ignore somebody? Like if I ignore somebody in the chat, is it trolling? And then next is if it is trolling and I do ignore some people because it's funny to troll them, but then I sit here and complain about trolling, am I wrong? Because it is kind of fun when you can tell people are trying to troll you, but then you troll them back by ignoring them, which triggers them even more. But to be fair, it is trolling. And yet I'm sitting here saying trolling is annoying, blah, blah, blah. So am I just a massive hypocrite? That is the question. So it is okay. Somebody says you would be again. I think that does make me a hypocrite. So maybe we have to dig down to the nuance, which is what Enzo is saying. But is it warranted to be a hypocrite? All right, I might try a short here actually. Okay, I'm going to try a short at the red line. A semi-hypocrite because you're the streamer, so your stream. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I feel, but let me put it this way. I'm only trolling. Okay. Well, this makes me sound like a 3-year-old because they started it, right? But I don't know. Goofing around and trolling, I don't know. Maybe they're two different things. Okay, if this red line turns blue, I'm in. Okay, I'm in. Or do I just take the scalpy scalp? No, let me put risk behind me, though. Let me get my stop right here. Okay, risk is off the table. Come on, give me some follow. Wait, what is this? Okay, that's my old stop. There we go. Come on, give me some follow through now. For once. Okay, get out of the way, 21 EMA. Get out of the way. Come on, at least hit this. This will feel good. That'll feel good. Thank you. This feels good now. All right. Come on, hit that next target. Okay, come on. Don't get this far and not hit it. Thank you. Thank you. Come again. Okay, hey, I like this. Thank you. Oh, thank you, sir. Who was that? Thanks, George. I totally forgot about that. Am I really going to get that one hit? That would be amazing. Did I get it hit? I did. Doxol. So next I should probably put it. Let it cook. I'm going to let it cook. Hey, what's up, Mats? Let him cook. Maybe just do a no nap and we can put him down to bed earlier. Oh, crap. Crap. What? Why? How does that work? Do we have any physicians here? Did my nerves just spaz out on me and I just decided to throw my phone? So right now, where things stand, my risk is I make 17 points. Reward unknown because I don't know how far down this might want to go. Now, this is my premise is this is the bottom of the channel. So I should probably take one off if that's my premise. Nah, we're good. I'm going to let it cook. So worst case, like I said, assuming no Trump tweet, my risk is making 17 points, reward unknown, because I don't think it really matters now. It looks like I'm about to get stopped out of nowhere. Just, hey, let's be, ooh, come on. Don't tease me. Like, then again, this is my premise, the bottom of the channel. So this does not actually shock me too much. Sure, it hasn't hit the bottom of my channel exactly, but we are certainly in the vicinity of what I have defined as what I think is the bottom of the channel. So I guess that's not totally shocking. I hope I'm wrong, by the way. I hope this is not the bottom of the channel, Clay, you idiot. This thing's got another 200 points to go. So this is where I'm in the weird spot. Like, I hope that I'm actually wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Please make me look stupid. Drop another 300 points so that everybody can be like, what an idiot. This guy thought that was the bottom of the channel. Hey, that's okay, because I'm going to be banking. I'm going to be buying all kinds of toilet paper. Come on. Don't be the, just, oh boy. Gangnam Style. Wank, 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 wank. Come on. This candle is beautiful. This is a clay face candle. Beautiful. That's true. Philly is probably giving good advice. I need to delete that yellow line out of the way. Come on. Please don't be right. Don't be right. Make me look stupid for putting that yellow line there. I don't want to look smart. I don't want to look smart. Make me look stupid, market. Make me look stupid. Make that yellow line seem like it's completely irrelevant. No, stop. Stop. I don't want to look smart here. Stop. No. Do not bounce off the bottom of this channel. Don't do it. There, thank you, Doc Soul. All right, at this point, I want to capture more. So now my risk is I make, I don't know, what is that, 21 points? I like situations where my risk is I make 21 points. Risk, make 21 points, reward unknown. Because again, I don't know how far down this might go. You know, at this point, I'll go for the double bottom. But I'm going to get stopped out here, huh? Doggone it. All right, that was still, I'll take that trade. That one worked out nice. Did anybody take that with me? Did anybody take that with me? Gone for a half hour and still in the same spot. Gotta love summer. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Hey, calculator risk, good job. How's your account going? Making progress on it? Getting closer to 3,000, brother? Still holding for the bottom? Oh, you rat. You come out and stop me out and then do that. Lenny, all right, good. Exactly. Time to write Nancy. Roger that, Southpaw. Is there a scheduled talk or something? There is a speech night at 9 p.m. Eastern, which I guess on that note might be worth having futures. Could get some movement on, depending on what this speech is about and what's revealed, blah, blah, blah. Could see some definitely spicy action in the futures market. Again, I think that speech is at 9 p.m. Eastern, but if somebody wants to fact check me, that would be good. Pretty lady. Oh my goodness. Gotta get this song out of my head. Can't believe it did that. You bleed and no, I mean, when I moved my stop down there, that was a logical spot. Correct, 9 p.m. All right. All right, I'm turning the fan on. Let me know if the audio quality just all of a sudden gets terrible. Whoa, you got to be kidding me. Doggone it. Oh, well. Isn't that crazy how that was still a solid trade? Don't get me wrong. Solid trade, great trade. I'm happy for it. But now the market's trying to make me feel upset about it because it does this. Oh, well. Intraday. Intraday for the pro, Batsy. Which, don't overthink it. Just take base hits. By the way, thank you everybody for coming back after yesterday's live stream. I appreciate that. I felt like, I don't know, it was weird. I'm like, dude, I'm terrible. Like, it was, I don't know. It was good to get away. I'm glad I did. But even when the guys were like, I was like, hey man, you guys listen today? No, we were up too busy. I was like, oh man, it was a train wreck. So I appreciate it. All kidding aside, I appreciate you guys coming back after yesterday. Yeah, Joe. Okay, like I said, I don't know why I beat myself. Like, if you trade long enough, you're gonna have one of those days. So I don't know why. It's just like, I don't know. It was weird. I feel like I don't know. In a weird, I let you guys down. I don't know. It was just like it was super weird yesterday because yesterday was weird. If you were, whenever you're stuck caught in one of those spikes, I don't know. I did not. Nope. CR15. I made it. Yeah, it does provide entertainment. That's fair, but like, I don't know. I don't like that kind of entertainment. Thank you, Jonesy. Unless I put a bag over my head. Then nobody's coming back if I put a bag over my head because you guys are only here to stare at my beauty. You were not here yesterday, base hits? Oh man, you missed the doozy. And if you think I'm going to relive it all, you're cray cray. But yeah, if you have some downtime, whoo! I got 2 words for you, base hits, about yesterday. Duck soul. I'm still sitting on ice right now. I'm sitting on an ice pack right now. For after yesterday. I've been wobbling around, walking like a penguin all day. That's true. Yeah, Brian. Well, props to you, man, for waiting for confirmation, because you're right. This was definitely not any confirmation. If anybody does want any trail mix, let me know. I'll send you some. I cracked plenty of nuts yesterday. We got a nice variety. We got some acorns in there. Got some walnuts. We got some pecans. Got some almonds. Is it me or is your screen flickering? I think it's you. By the way, good to see you, Miss Tiny Trader. Have you analyzed your trades from yesterday? I mean, in all actuality, the one was not my fault in the sense of I was in during a Trump tweet. It spiked against me. It is what it is. The next one, in all actuality, I did pretty well with it. It was still a losing trade, but I was happy with how I managed it to reduce the damage. And to be fair, it could have. If it would have just moved a little bit more, if it would have just gone 20, I realized, well, Clay, playing the if, that's a fair point. But then upon the second one, I'm like, no, that wasn't actually that bad of a trade. It didn't give me the move, but all things considered, it could have been a lot worse. I managed it well. And then the third one, it was just the rising wedge that didn't work out. It was just the sequence of them all that just made it so rough. Especially when it was previous to that sequence, it was actually a really good day. Like a day where it was almost like I could do no wrong. You have charts again. Very good. Pecans, almonds, yeah, cashew. Oh, pumpkin seeds. Yeah. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow. I'll be talking about Code Clay, and if anybody wants to buy any Chex Mix. Wow. Well, if any of you got short with me, I don't even remember where I got short, up around here, and you're still holding, congrats. Goodness. Man, next pivot point isn't... All right, let me... Are we by any support? Are we coming up... So let's take a look at the... Or I'm going to take a look at the 30-minute off screen. Yeah, we're kind of in a no man's land right now, as far as a 30-minute is concerned. You guys see anything that you'd call a potential support? Maybe next level of support, I don't know, down around 29,030? Maybe 29,150, yeah. I am short biased. This does seem to have some good solid strength behind it. Is it possible that this thing might just V-shape and go straight up with no pullbacks? Yeah, that is possible. And if it happens, I will have some losing trades. We'll go for a short right there at the red line. Let's see if it can work its way up there. I hope not. Uh-oh. Hey, Neil, nobody called you that. I didn't call you a hoe. Don't miss. Hey, Neil, I don't appreciate that. I did not call you that. I did not call you that. That's crazy. That's like a bannable offense. Saying that I called you something that I did not call you. That's crazy, Neil. How do we handle this? Yeah, how do we handle this, everybody? That's crazy. Not to mention you deflected with broken English anyways. It's crazy. It's crazy. Did you just see what he did, base hits? That was wild. That was so unprofessional. Okay, here we go, maybe. But yeah, back to all seriousness, Neil. I assume that means you were short. So, yeah, as of now, it's... Hopefully you got to stop in or whatever. Who cares? We're men. No need to respond to emotions. Agreed. Well, kinda. I do think that, again, first off, cut kicker, I'm with you. But I do also think that is why trading is more difficult for men than women. Because, like, men and emotions don't really jive. Again, generally speaking, men and emotions aren't exactly our thing. But, like, if you've ever traded, you know that you actually have to really get in touch with your emotions. Like, you got to learn all the voices in your head. Because trading is very much so about voice management, aka managing your emotions. But I hear you, cut kicker. You're not wrong. I hear you. But I think that is why it can be very difficult. For many of us, testosterone sweating, beef eating, soy milk drinking men. My wife's a better trader. Yeah, I mean, some of the best traders that have come out of, like, my mentorship have been women. Hey, wife, where's my tofu? See, I'm a man. See how I boss my wife around? Give me some tofu. See that? That's how you do it right there, folks. You just demand that tofu. You don't put up with any crap. And if she doesn't give you enough soy milk, oh boy, You make sure she knows about it. Men are more emotional than women when it is towards people. I don't really think the argument is who is more emotional. I think my argument would be more so who kind of deflects connecting with their emotions. I think that's the key thing. I agree. Both sets are emotional, but men, we kind of pride ourselves in like, don't deal with it, don't connect with it. That's what I'm more so trying to get at. All right, sounds like you got a good support system right there, Cut Kicker. Now go demand they bring you soy milk and tofu. Hey, wife, where's my incense candles? You got who lights? If you're a real man, you trade with incense burning in the background. I got lavender and I got butt pirate spray over there. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. Nothing goes better. There's no better of a calming combination than butt pirate incense combined with lavender, okay? What's the secret holy grail? I just gave it to you. You get those two incense smells in your nostrils. Cheers, Cut Kicker. All right, well, I guess my short is not gonna. How did we get on this topic of incense, tofu, and soy milk? I have no idea how we got here. I don't know. Okay, wait, but is my short about to show back up again? There we go. Kyle, exactly. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we blame Cut Kicker. He was the one that he was the one that dug the rabbit hole and then shoved me down it. I blame him. You held through it? Nice. Oh, come on. Come up there and fill me. The press secretary is speaking now. Roger that. Ooh, this could be good. Hard to see my order, but it's right up there. I'm trying to get short. You're beautiful to me. And for the record, to be fair, I've never had tofu. I don't even know what tofu is. Maybe it's the greatest thing ever. I don't know. What's your ideal buffer? Base hits. I am on a team. Not that this is how it's got to be, but if I'm owed 20 cents, I'm taking the 20-cent payout. So to determine should you build buffer or should you just take payouts, ask yourself this, base hits. When I go on tilt, how bad does it get? So for me, when I answer that question, it can get pretty bad. So if I were to have, like, let's just say a buffer of $3,000 and I go on tilt, that buffer is not saving me. That $3,000 is gone. So because of that, I might as well just take the money. Now, if you're saying base hits, when I go on tilt, it can get bad, but having $3,000 in buffer would actually help me pull out of the spiral, save the account, and then keep on growing. Okay, then build some buffer. You know what I mean? So it's going to be different for everybody, but it's really a question of how do you answer the question of when I go on tilt, how bad does it get? Clay, I never go on tilt. Yeah, And I'm Chuck Norris's dad. No, maybe you only go on tilt once every several months. That good for you. Fantastic. But like let's all be honest with ourselves. We all have bad days. So the question is how bad does a bad day get? Chad Norris. All right, I'm going to try a long down here. See if we can get a little bounce here. A little bouncerooski. Yeah, so if it's once a day for you, Frank, then take the payout. Take everything you're owed. Okay, looking like a never mind on that attempted entry. I do. Well, very good. I agree with that decision then. I agree, Frank. I agree. Want to see how this candle forms. If we get a hammer here, I might actually try to something a little different, but let's see. I've never had tofu. What is tofu? Does anybody know? Is it made out of beans or something? Again, isn't it high in sodium? Isn't tofu actually not good for you because of like the sodium? Or am I just making stuff? I might just be making stuff up right now. I could very well be talking out of my backside right now. That is a very real possibility at this exact moment. So soy, because I know soy sauce has a ton of like sodium in it. It's healthy? Okay. Are we sure it's healthy? Like just as healthy as Beyond Meat? Is Beyond Meat even around or do they go bankrupt? I can't remember. Who remembers BYND? I got to check this real quick. Now I'm curious. BYND. Oh my goodness. Penny stock. Remember this? Boom. I remember when that was the craze back in 2019. Granted that some of this was COVID too. Up over $200. And this is without any reverse splits, I think. Now, a penny stock. Crazy. From up over $200 to being a penny stock. Yeah. Just like that stuff was healthy. Uh-huh. Tofu increases estrogen. Is that real? Yeah. Same with Peloton. Is Peloton a penny stock now? Who remembers Peloton just absolutely booming? Yeah. Oh, no, not quite. $6. But yeah, monthly. Remember that during COVID? But boom. You know, this is everybody, oh, trading's easy. Oh, I'm an expert. Hey, you should probably stop buying the dip because not everything goes back up. Shut your mouth, boy. And then, yeah, one of these dips happen and it's okay. Yeah, you don't hear from those people anymore. All right, so that one isn't quite as bad. Tofu is used to make fake meats for vegetarians. Yeah, so that's my question. Is it actually healthy though? Why? I know it's a soy boy diet, but I'm trying to like, is it actually healthy though? Oh man, there's a shot at Judd. Yeah, that's true. Anything in moderation. Moderation is a pretty powerful thing. Oh yeah, Zoom. Yeah, is Zoom? They're not a penny. I think Zoom's still doing okay, right? Or are they down below? Let's check Zoom real quick. That's a good call. Oh yeah, they're not. I mean, they definitely got hammered back down, but at least they're not like Peloton or BYND, who's now a freaking penny stock. Imagine a world where you feed the entire country, America, giving everyone's body all the estrogen ingredients it needs, and wonder why you are what you eat. Tofu has plant estrogen, but I don't think it gives you an estrogen imbalance unless you eat a lot. It is very high protein and used in Japanese diets. Oh, so okay. I thought some of you guys were just joking around about this estrogen stuff. Sounds like it might be true a little bit. Interesting. Interesting. So, Brian, I don't want to misrepresent your position, but your position is. Oh, never mind. Never mind. You're running a hypothetical, hence the word imagine. So, Brian's hypothetical is that imagine you feed the entire country of America, giving everyone's body all the estrogen ingredients it needs. Yeah, okay. So, if you wanted to overtake another country, I guess. So, you could say, for example, Iran is trying to use propaganda to get Americans to just eat soy milk so the estrogen level skyrockets, and then when they invade it'll just be a bunch of dudes running at them with moobs saying, would you like to have some tofu with me? Is that what your hypothetical? I was hoping somebody would catch that. Kind of like a beer with, yeah. Meat and potatoes, brother. I can't believe only one of you caught the moves. See, I like to, put in those words, do a little fishing. Who's listening? Who's actually listening to the comedy? To be fair, I don't know if tofu gives men moobs, but I keep hearing about estrogen. So I don't think I'm totally wrong to think that potentially tofu gives men moobs. I'm anti-moob, so I guess therefore logic concludes I'm therefore anti-tofu. I am pro-pecs, anti-moobs. Pro-pecs, anti-moobs. I'm going to get into politics. That's what I'm running on. I am going to be the candidate of pecs. Yeah, no, you're right. That's exactly, yeah. It's weird. Well, men carry their fat kind of anyways on their around their waist and belly. Hence, yes, you're right. That's why a beer belly is all concentrated right there. That is true. All I know is I'm pro pecs. I think I've offended a lot of you. A lot of you are quiet. It's okay. You can turn those moves to pecs. Just start doing push-ups. You're good. You're good. There's hope. That's right, cut kicker. Mama said, beer is made of plants. And that is true. Hops. Hey, Chameleon. Good to see you, brother. Where you been? Yeah, from my understanding, a lot of these alcohol companies are going to need to start to make some pivots. Because it sounds like younger generations have kind of connected the dots that alcohol is not exactly the healthiest thing for you. Again, I've not researched it out, but perhaps some of you are of the younger generation, let's call 30 or younger. Is that, where do you stand? Are you like, yeah, man, let's go get blasted? Or are you like, nah, alcohol is actually not good for you? But Clay, a glass of red wine. Okay, fair. I'm aware a glass of red wine in massive moderation is good for your heart health. That's not what I'm talking about. They are drinking less. Yeah, that's kind of exactly. Just logged on to see I accidentally. No, Matthew, you're okay. Are you talking, Matthew, of Take Profit Trader? The GLP-1s help with the alcohol. What is a GLP-1? Is that fat loss drug? By the way, we have a pretty well-defined bear pennant here. Put the golf up here. For you golfers, just and visualize the upside down golf flag. Bear pennant. Yes, sir. Oh, okay, good. Good. Yeah, correct. You are. But you made the comment like, I don't want you to think that the account was like cooked. Like, you're still okay, but yeah, you're doing the right thing. So good. I'm glad you know that the account is not like history. Brother, I drink raw milk Orange juice and blood from the meat. Oh my goodness. I grew as I read Amarius's comment there, I could feel some hairs popping out on my chest. I wish they would pop out up here, but they just can continue to pop out like on my chest and like. But yeah, that's a manly comment right there, boy. First miracle, he kept the party going. There we went. Alcohol is terrible for me. It makes me sore. Store fat in my bed. Okay. Either that was a very humorous joke that went over my head, or there's a typo, or I just have no idea what you mean, keeping the West wild. I think it's a joke that went over my head, knowing you. Correct, Cam. You got it. Drinking. That's true. Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're worse than alcohol, but holy smokes, energy drinks, that stuff is straight up poison. Holy smokes. You ever look at the ingredients of a Monster? Holy, whoop! You might as well go take a puff from the crack pipe before you take a Monster. Holy smokes. Oh, I got it. Okay, let me reread the comment. Store. Okay, yeah, okay. The store fat threw me off a little bit. Because that makes me think like he's keeping them there. It's like, well, now we have like Silence of the Lambs type of thing. That's so true. Blossom cooked me. She's right. Listen, this is not financial advice, but I sure am throwing around a lot of medical advice here. Yeah, there is no financial advice here. But yeah, medical advice, that's what I'm here for, folks. That's true. Blossom, apologize for cooking me up that hard. That was not nice. Apologize now, Blossom. You hurt my feet. You cooked me up. That mic you just dropped on my head hurt. That was crazy. They have 50 grams of sugar? And then all the caffeine and the who knows what else is in there. The sawdust. And am I about to try along here? I think I am. I mean, yeah, but what does it actually? I don't even remember what does. Oh, that's true. Okay, I forgot what that even said. This is not advice. That's true. Okay, so you're actually helping me out. For some reason, I thought for a minute that the bottom right-hand corner said this is not financial advice. This is entertainment. But yeah, I've not looked down at there Okay, so I see what you're saying. Yes, correct. This is not any sort of medical advice either. This is not financial advice. This is not medical advice. The only advice I can give is how to look good. That's it. How to look like a Greek god. I can give advice there. I mean, it is a bear pennant, but the thing with bear pennants is sometimes you can get some bounces. So yes, I am thinking about going against the bear pennant. And I am now against the bear pennant. But it has bounced from this area several times before, so. There we go. Just a little bit of a scoopy scalp. Scalpy scalp. That was so cringe. I know. Oh, Duck Soul. Doggone it. Okay, maybe a short here now. Real men don't care about what others think. Oh, but I care a lot. I care a lot. Especially when a random person shows up with a name I've never seen before. Those are the people that I care a lot about, and they wreck my day. Because I get very angry, and I cannot stop thinking about it. Like, they live in my head rent-free. What time increments are the sticks? Oh, candlesticks, you mean? I've never heard of them referred to as sticks. Interesting. These are 2 minute Right here, you can see that. But off screen here, I have other time frames too. Whoa, hey, you got it. See? This is like today has been super weird. I'm trying to truly avoid a confirmation bias. But I swear, every trade, something just goes massively wrong. Even on the ones that do well. Like my short here, it went massively wrong in the sense of it popped up, stopped me out, and then dropped all the way down here. Even that. I chose to scalpy scalp and then blast up. Like, this has been actually a very weird stream. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. No, that actually sounded kind of cool. I might actually start to use that. I like to use sticks. Because, to be fair, they are called candlesticks. But hey, I don't recognize the name, Cut Kicker, but good to have you. Welcome. Hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. I mean, to be fair, I didn't really ever see it bouncing that much, but it just kind of, I don't know, it just seems like the market's trying to rub salt in my wounds. Mats. Stopped out in the green or for a red one, base hits? Clay, we're ready for a house tour. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, I can give you one around Thanksgiving. That is kind of the official, unofficial goal. Clay, these lives and the people in the chat really make my trading day and put me in a, oh good, lighthearted mood. Even when it's a losing day. Well, very good, Evan. I do agree. I think we have a good group here. Which I think some people, they're, which is fine. But I part of my business thesis is that, yeah, am I a little uptight? Am I a little rigid with some things? I am, but that is by design. Like, if I'm trying to cultivate a good community, then do I really want it filled with a bunch of lip flappers? I don't. To be fair, from a business standpoint, maybe lip flappers are good. Maybe lip flappers would help the stream grow even quicker and bigger. That's a possibility. But I'm also here to try to have fun and try to just hang out. And I don't feel like being around a bunch of lip flappers. So that's just my way of, yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that you are enjoying the people here, because we do have good people here. Because I tried to very quickly filter out the people that are just obnoxious, because obnoxious people don't create lighthearted moods. Dang. She dude, are you sure you're single, Kyle? She's going at that jawline again. Thank you, Miss Tiny Trader. Are you sure you're not single, Kyle? Evan, she that jawline. I think that's 2 times in 2 days, brother. Come on, I want to match make somebody. I want to. We need a first. We need a first Clay Trader, baby. Where 2 of you met up in the chat box here, and I played Cupid. Did I say Kevin? I meant Evan. You know who I meant, you dirty rat. Okay, here we go. Maybe along here as it comes all the way back down. I said, hey, Evan, that's okay. You want a piece of the jawline, you can own it. That's fine. Don't be shy. I do respect you, though. You know he's not single, so you're trying to be respectful. That's fair. All right, I'm about to get long down here. Where'd I go on this end? You'll have to watch this video. I don't remember how I set all that up, but it's somewhere here. I want to say towards the end of this video. Alfonso. All right, it is not dropping any further. I want to see. So this next candle, if it can. Okay, no, come down here. Come down. I don't. Get down, red. Further, hurry. Okay, never mind. The setup is. What I ideally wanted was for it to close like down here. Next candle to immediately drop and then come back up. And I would have tried to get long right there, stop below. But None of that happened, so never mind. No, that's not true. That's not true. At this time, Zooks, I think the wheels had already fallen off. All right, well, I'm trying to short up here. At this point, why wouldn't I think that it'll come all the way up here and then maybe chop back down here a little bit? I mean, if this is going to become choppy, well, the last time the chop ended and turned around was up around this area, so let's see if it can do it again. But if it's done being choppy and this thing's now going to go straight up, well, then I'm about to have a losing trade. Agreed. I agree. I want to keep the wheels on today. I hope there's not about to be irony because I get filled here and it goes straight up. Please, no cruel irony. Okay, I'm in. Come on, scoopy scoop. Scoopy scoop. There we go. I'll take it. I'll take that duck soul. Okay, Brian, now I'll cheer for you. I hope you get your... Or am I about to get short again? I might try another short here. Okay, I am. Maybe. This could be beautiful. Okay, here we go. Come straight up. Straight up and bump your head on the purple line. Nope. Don't want it to come down. Space Jam, hello. What's up? You know, just hanging out. How you been doing? That's right. Scale up a scale. Boo boo. Boo boo. Could retrace for a bull flag. Yeah, even if it does form a bull flag, those are the bull flags I don't have a whole lot of trust in. Whoop. Thank you, Space Jam. Yeah, Brian, that's kind of public enemy number. Well, also this, Brian. I don't know if you're watching this, but also, and this was another reason for the short. On the 5-minute, check out that 21 EMA. Boop, boop. FYI, that was me making those noises. That was not Tradeovate. So you don't have to reach out to Tradeovate customer service and be like, how come my platform's not going boop, boop? But yeah, Brian, those are your two enemies right now. The 50 SMA on the 2-minute and the 21 EMA on the 5-minute, brother. I used it last night to perfection for scalping. You used what last night? Oh, ATM. I'm sorry, I missed that message. So did some sniper shots last night? Ooh, Doc Soul. What is this yellow? What is this yellow line rip? Oh yeah, that was the supposed bottom of that former channel. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that at this point. What did you say, Brian? 355 or something? Does Brian really get... Oh, you're targeting up here? Doc Soul. That'd be crazy if you get it, brother. I mean, obviously, if I get short from now until then, I'm going to be cheering against you. Cheering against the position. Obviously, nothing personal. Just like I assume it's nothing personal that you're going to be... If I were to get short, you're like, get steamrolled. Steamrolled this pile of clay. What are you saying, Clay Trader? What am I saying in regards to what? We can both make money. Oh, look, Brian's a nice guy over there singing Kumbaya. Everybody gets a participation trophy, but he's actually right. That is true. The markets are weird like that, where somebody could be short, somebody could be long. They could both get at the same exact spot and then both make money. The inverse is also true. The same exact scenario, but both people could also lose money. Hey, Double A, where have you been? You just show up, you like poke your head and then disappear. But yeah, today the wheels have not fallen off. In fact, the wheels have, I've repaired the wheels because there was a. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right. I actually put the wheels back on. Wait, or am I lying? Call me out if I'm lying, but I could have sworn at one point, wasn't this like red 109? Was that not red 109 at some point today? Or am I making that up? No, good. I totally understand, but good to see it nonetheless. Was it? I was red. This was red, like 100 something, wasn't it? What's the AOI during the session? I'm not sure what you mean by AOI. Okay, yeah, no. So actually today was the opposite of the wheels falling off, which was nice. Oh, it was only red $9. Area of interest. Yeah, I don't know what an area of interest is. That could, I guess, maybe that's another way of saying a support. Like, where's the support level? Hey, Trader Alex. Red 107. Okay, that sounds, yeah. So yeah, today, as of now, the wheels have been put back on. I didn't see any red on your P&L. I mean, yeah, that's true. Yeah, some people were confusing. 1 minute I'm a scammer because there was some red, and I guess now I'm green. So I'm a scammer because I'm always green. Well, thank you, Trader, for using code Clay. I appreciate that, sir. I just saved my account from drawdown. Was 400 left, and now back to. Whoa, nice job, Kevin. Trading is so bizarre, though. I mean, yesterday at this point, I don't know. It was weird. It was not a good feeling at all. But now today, I'm feeling great. I'm excited to go over the I mean, I was excited yesterday too, but yeah, this is a good feeling. So this is also why, and I'm not perfect at this, so I am definitely being a hypocrite as I talk about this, but if you can even just leverage this, I am so glad that I did not just YOLO this account yesterday. I left it as it was, and you guys saw me. It was just not pretty. I left it as it is. I didn't YOLO it, and now today. Like, I am so glad that I handled yesterday the way I did. I'm so glad that I got away from my computer and came back. So my point is this. If you're ever at the point where you're just kind of like I was yesterday, like that's just a terrible spot, if you can just be like, okay, I bet tomorrow I will be very, very happy to just not go and do something stupid because tomorrow could be a great day. And here's proof of it. You have a real life case study. Look at yesterday for me and then look at today. I'm so glad that I did not go and cook that account because now today, hey, look, we're fine. We're good. We're fine. Everything's fine. So just, you will appreciate the fact if you can push through the darkness, then it's amazing what a night of sleep does. You get a night of sleep, you come back the next day, and, you will be so happy with yourself that you did not give in to those voices. Because that is my main feeling of rejoicing right now. Not necessarily that I put the wheels back on, not necessarily the green numbers there, but the fact that, man, yesterday at this point, this account was like in a dangerous spot. I don't know if that made sense to anybody, but what I'm trying to say is just run away and get some sleep. Odds are the next day you'll be happy with your decision to run away from your computer or your phone or whatever and then just sleep it off. Way easier said than done, though. Way easier said than done. I concede I'm not perfect at that, but I am right now in one of those moments where I am oh so grateful that I handled yesterday after the stream the way I did. Because the stream is a good accountability thing, anyways. But yeah, for me now, it's after the stream is over. Am I able to still have that same accountability? Not always. Hey, Max. Had to do that today. Too excited to trade after a nice win and didn't want. Hey, well, good. That's good maturity. Realizing that your confidence level may have moved into the world of cockiness. Well, on that note, if you do enjoy the live stream, if you want to help support it, as this is completely viewer supported, there's no sponsorship, so it actually does matter a whole lot for two ways, keeping the stream ad free and then also just keeping the stream going. But yes, you can help support it, save yourself some money. Code Clay, that is case sensitive, so it's got to be all caps. But any of these prop firms, whatever promotions they're currently running, Code Clay will give you that promotion. So it's a good win-win for everybody. Not only are you saving yourself money, but you're also helping to keep a stream ad-free and then just keep the stream moving and alive. Because as I've said before, I have 6 kids. I have responsibilities. If I'm going to take 4 hours and is making a difference and is why I continue to come back and hang out and trade and all that. So I thank you to everybody that has used it, but that is playing a very real role in it all. As much as I enjoy it, it's got to be a little bit more than me just simply enjoying something in order to justify spending my time to do it. So, but that is all I have. I'm going to go ahead and call it good. On your way out, if you could hit that like button, that would be appreciated. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, so make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because usually I show up earlier than 11 a.m. So by turning on the notification bell, you'll know exactly when I do go live. But like I said, I am calling it good, and I'll be back. I got to get to the property. Got to hopefully help with the roof. I'm excited to see how far the roof has come. But anyways, thank you everybody for being here. Hit that like button, Code Clay, all caps. Take care. See everybody back tomorrow.